This is the Seth and Colby Show.
What's up, everybody? How you doing out there?
Hey.
It's us, Seth and Colby Show. We're live. It is what day is it? The 12th?
day.
It's the 12th of June.
Yeah.
Episode number 27.
Woo!
I don't know why today, when I was doing the prep for today's show, my microphone feels very high. Is it always this high?
Yeah.
I don't feel like...
Which one's me?
What do you mean which
Is
one?
it this one?
I don't
Yeah,
know which
I
one's
figured it
you.
out.
I don't know which one's you. Who knows what any of them are?
We're here now. We're doing
But we're
stuff.
here.
We're doing, hey.
When I was doing prep today, for some reason when I saw 27, I was like, that doesn't seem right. I felt like we should be at 17.
Oh, I thought we should have been at like 7D.
No, it felt large. The number 27 hit me for some reason. I don't know why.
It's been 27 weeks.
It's been 27 years.
It's been.
But hey, everybody, what's up? How you doing? Wolfie, good to see you. Hoth, good to see you. We're here. We're live. Today was supposed to be Colby's birthday episode, but we did that last week because, as Colby told us, people who do birthday episodes after their birthday are losers. So we did it last week, which means Colby got 2 birthday shows because we...
Yes, all according to plan.
Yeah, exactly, because we... I planned on having his gift this Thursday. Mm-hmm. So now he gets a gift and the show.
What's in the box?
You can open it whenever you want. You want to just do it right away, get it over with?
Well, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I mean, it is your birthday show, part 2. Part dose. Oh, I thought you'd use your cool knife, man.
I don't have it on me.
That's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't tape it a lot because, well, I shouldn't have even opened it, to be honest, but I did, so.
I don't like that.
What do you mean you don't like that?
Oh, that color is hideous.
What do you mean?
That color is so bad.
It's Ryobi green.
I use Ryobi because my fingers aren't the only thing vibrating tonight.
You gonna wear that, man?
No. This is gonna turn into a shop rag. This is so bad. You know, I was super self-conscious last night because I was watching a goddamn tool video about, like, classifying which tools are DIY or, like, middle of the road or pros. And Ryobi was just immediately DIY. He didn't think about it. He didn't be like, oh, they got some good stuff. No, it's just entry-level bullshit.
What's wrong with DIY, man? You are DIYing it.
Right.
You're doing it. You're selfing it up.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to slowly, month to month, replace every Ryobi tool that I use all the time with a Milwaukee tool. And then I looked up how much a drill and
What is the
impact-
price difference?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Like, how much was a Ryobi drill?
80, 90 bucks.
And how much is a Milwaukee drill?
200.
What? It's more than double.
Yeah.
Why? They both drill. What's the difference? Why is one so much more expensive?
One's got really good internals. Because it's not necessarily battery technology. It is, but it isn't.
They both go through the wall.
They do, but
But you could buy...
how the Milwaukee impact and drill are designed is superior.
But the Milwaukee will live for how long, you think? How long will it survive? The drill. Your whole life?
yeah.
Outlive you? Will your Ryobi live 40 years?
No.
30?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so you could buy 2 Ryobis and still save money on the Milwaukee.
Yeah, but then I gotta wear this color of shirt all the time. You know what looks cool? Milwaukee merch. You know what doesn't
that looks
even
great,
exist?
Dude. Chartreuse.
You know what doesn't exist?
What's that?
Ryobi merch.
Disagree, because there's one right there, dude.
You
I bought
fucking
that at
made that,
Ryobi.com,
buddy.
man.
You made
I
it.
bought that.
No,
you know how hard it was to find that color of a shirt? I can't believe that exists. That is Charge Green.
Woof.
Don't know why it exists. It's for optic gaming or something. I don't really know, but that is very green.
I'm absolutely gonna wear it.
I hope you do like some type of knockoff thirst trap photo shoot wearing your Ryobi.
It's a brilliant TikTok idea.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. Now you can get to your real present. Look at those. Look at the back.
Fucking so dumb. These are so expensive.
Now, Aaron
Why?
said that if you don't want those, he'll take them.
What, does he wear the same size?
I have no idea. I think he just likes them because they're cool.
I mean, they are cool.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And inverse, that's crazy.
Yeah. We're on the radio. Can you explain what you're holding?
No.
Okay, that's
Because if
fine.
you're not watching, then stop listening. They're like really fucking fancy pair of custom Adidas.
They're not custom.
They look custom.
I mean, I didn't make them for you.
You didn't? No, they just made Mandalorian Adidas?
Yeah.
You just saw a Mandalorian Adidas and were like, yep.
I was like, Colby would love those because he likes Adidas. He loves shoes. They're black,
Yeah.
but they've got,
I would say rarely you find black sole with light
at
colored
that.
top.
And even though he says he hates it, we know he loves Star Wars.
And a second pair of
I didn't even know those were in there. Look at that. But look at that. Beautiful Adidas.
That is very expensive and
They're
thoughtful.
not
Thanks,
that
man.
expensive.
Yeah,
They're fine. Look, this show pays all our bills, man. It's all good.
yeah.
Just gonna need you all to
Just
sub.
take my income for the next
Just gonna need you to sub.
what,
you
2
know?
years, and it'll probably
Just gonna need you to sub.
That's
Oh, you give them a show?
That's for all y'all.
That's so you'll give us money.
I've been rated by a foot fetish guy
What does that
an
mean?
8.
What?
An 8 out of 10 for feet. I was rated by
Who
a foot
rated
fet-
you?
A guy I knew that was into feet.
An 8? That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think he was blowing smoke?
Yeah, he liked me.
8 seems high. I mean, I don't feel like, not that your feet aren't beautiful, but I do feel like 8 is high really for anyone except for top of the line feet.
You don't have a knife?
No.
What happened to your EDC shit?
I'm not carrying a knife with me to the studio, bro.
Why not?
Because I don't need a knife.
Fuck shit. God. I was wired in, man.
That is how you know the headphones are comfortable. You forget that they're on. Look, there's a knife right there.
You're a
Also,
knife.
Wolfie, thank you for gifting that sub to Maniche. Much appreciated. Also, Maniche, this is on YouTube too. by the way,
Not
just so you-
doing okay here, man. Wouldn't it be funny if there was no blade?
That would have been awesome. You're just hitting the shoe. Would love it. I would love it. By the way, chat, everything sounds okay, looks okay, sounds okay. We completely redid the audio chain over the last week. We'll talk about that here in a bit. But I would assume you guys would be like, it sounds terrible if it sounded terrible. But I think it actually sounds better than normal, which is great. I think I sound a little bassy, if I had to be honest, but I'm just going to leave it. Because
I think I'm way too loud.
No, you sound good.
That's the other one, just in case you were wondering if they were symmetrical.
Thank you, Mari. It sounds good. Your foot?
Yeah.
Like one had 6 toes?
One
And now you... Exactly. Does sound improved? Okay, good. Yeah, Colby had, like, all this time we've been using this board that I bought at Guitar Center for like $150. And all this time, apparently Colby's just had like this $1,000 USB mixer that he was using to play drums on.
Yeah.
And now we're using that.
I
And
no longer play the acoustic set, so I don't need it. I don't need it.
why did you even need this for the acoustics? Okay, I'm going to sound like an idiot, but doesn't the acoustic drum set just make noise by hitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you gonna get noise into a computer, son?
Why do you need to get noise into a computer?
To record the drums.
You never did that.
I did do that.
Oh, you mean like back 10 years ago? 15
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah, it's just been sitting.
Okay, all right. Well, whatever you say. Well, it sounds better, it looks better, so.
Look
yeah.
at them
Dude, those look
fancy
good.
shoes. Now I need a fucking matching black and what did you call this color? Because you asked me what this color was.
No, I
Remember
didn't.
that? Yeah, you did. You sent me an image of it. Or was those Nikes?
It was a different shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a different shoe.
bone. I need bone and black.
Yeah, that's probably coal.
Adidas
I would say
tracksuit.
instead of black. It's probably coal and bone. But yeah, those have Grogu and the Mandalorian on the back of the shoe, and it says "This is the way" on the side.
On the side.
Yeah, you know. Now put the shirt on, Wolfies. No. That shirt would drive people away from this show.
No, I'm absolutely doing it.
Don't do it.
Absolutely doing it.
Don't.
Am I off camera?
Yeah, you're off
I
camera.
don't want to show my nipples.
He's off camera. Sorry, chat. I get to look, but you don't.
I ran a 9-minute mile today, bud.
I see that little belly you're talking about.
Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Making me goddamn self-conscious.
That color is awful. Oh my god.
I think it threw off the white balance.
Oh my god, it's... You know what? I love it. It's fine.
Come to me, headphones.
It's totally fine.
Come to me.
That is certainly a color that people will see. If you were lost in the mountains and you put that on, they'd find you.
Oh yeah, this is my hiking shirt.
For sure. They would certainly find you. Yeah, but anyway. So how was your birthday, man?
I've never felt more like a fucking man who does not have a lot of money to buy tools before.
Dude, you know what? Become a Ryobi influencer. What if all your Ryobis were free?
That'd be sick.
I mean, would you use Ryobi then? Would you glaze Ryobi if everything you got was free?
I use them right now because
Yeah, but you said
I'm
once
not
a month.
glazed.
You're changing them out.
Well, that was the hope until I looked at pricing.
Oh, so you're just going back full into Ryobi.
Well, okay, here's my thought process, because I got a lot of things I want to do.
Okay.
A lot of things.
Okay.
Floating around in the old mental.
All right. Projects.
And all of them cost a lot of money.
Okay.
So what I realized is that I own too many tools.
Okay.
And so the storage I have right now for all my tools is too little, and I'm just stacking tools on top of workbenches, and they're always in the way, and I always got to move them, and then move them, and then move, you know.
Is this why Big D and I were discussing hanging them from strings on
Yeah.
your ceiling? Okay. Yeah.
So I wanted to
Still
get
a good idea.
a bunch of plywood to build like drawers and shelving
You
and
probably
stuff
need
like that.
more tools to do that, though.
No, I got all the tools I need.
Okay. Doubt.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I got to do that. That's a lot of money for fucking
Wood.
wood. Then I thought about how hot it was in the garage the other day. And then I thought about how I looked into how much it would cost to insulate and drywall and finish that garage.
Yeah.
About $1,000.
That's not too bad.
So
Would you need
wanna
specialty
do
tools
that.
for that? I feel like you do.
I mean, technically, there is a drywall
See?
screwdriver or impact driver.
Does Ryobi make one of those?
Probably.
Hell yeah.
But I could also just do it with a drill.
I'm going to put #ad sponsored by Ryobi in this.
I will wear the shirt every fucking stream.
I probably should make a different shirt.
Give me some Ryobi. You
One
know,
that doesn't talk
inverse
about-
colorway would have been way better.
Yeah, but less funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
less
it talks
funny.
about finger blasting on there, dude. I mean, it's not really a shirt you're supposed to wear.
Because my fingers aren't the only thing vibrating tonight.
Yeah. Because your Ryobi also vibrates.
This is a weird sexual pun that takes too much thought to actually understand.
It's really hard to come up with puns about drills that aren't related to your dick.
Well, you should have just gone full in it if you're gonna go full in it.
Yeah, I
or
did-
did you secretly hope that I would wear this shirt?
No, when I first made it, I wanted Ryobi to be... I use Ryobi to be there at first glance. And then right underneath it was the sexual pun. And that's why I chose a sentence instead of my first instinct was to... My real Ryobi is right here with a big arrow pointing straight down. But like that just felt like too... I don't know, too on the nose a little bit.
Nah, it should have been a dig. Should have been a
No.
dig at Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Been like, y'all are getting cucked by your tool manufacturer.
Yeah.
I use Ryobi because I'm not a cuck.
Yeah, you know, like I get laid because I use Ryobi and you don't because you use Milwaukee Virgin.
Nailed it.
Could have had like the Virgin Milwaukee user and then like the Chad Ryobi user, that type of meme.
Yeah.
We are drinking Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha. Do we think it's liquid goodbye or liquid hello?
Both at the same time.
That seems wild. I've
Goodbye
never had
for
this. You
now
ever had
and
this?
Hello next time? No.
Ooh, that's pretty good. It's a little IPA-ish. It's got a little IPA kick to it, but you don't taste it that much. 4.4% alcohol by
Dive
volume.
into last easy drinking island style refreshment with Kahuna Big Wave.
Okay.
It is a little IPA.
Mahalo for enjoying responsibly. Mahalo means thank you. And Ohana means family, I think. I'm not totally sure. Where did you read that description?
On the box.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't see it on this can. I don't
on the
know. I'm
box.
stupid. Jarrett insulated his garage for $1,500 to R50 in the ceiling and R12 in the walls.
That's ridiculous.
That's Canadian dollars, though. I don't know
really
if that's
expensive.
different. That's Canadian dollars.
Minimum for here is R9 in the walls and then R30 for the ceilings.
Is the higher number better or worse?
Higher number's better.
Okay. So he went really good in his walls and ceilings because he did 12 and 50.
Yeah.
And you said it's 9 and 30.
Yep.
And you do 9 and 30 because it's a garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem. Also, Wolfie told me to check Snapchat, which is not good etiquette.
So I got four things on the docket that are like really big purchase investments in that I want to do, and they're all too much money. I want to get a new table saw, which is going to cost me about $800. I want to get the garage insulated, which will cost about $1,000.
Okay.
I want to get shelving and stuff, which won't really cost that much. That might be like $200-300.
Okay.
And
Seems
then
expensive for shelving.
upgrading all my tools to not Ryobi.
See, that last part, you can't do that,
nice.
dude. You should do a full build using only Ryobi tools. You could do your
That's
whole
every build.
Your whole stigma. Like, you could go against the stigma of Ryobi. Every build you do is like, listen, you don't need to listen to these elitist Andrew Tate looking motherfuckers, and instead you can use Ryobi and give the same job as just the same quality. And become one of those guys. Be the everyman.
not gonna be
Tim
any
the Tool Man, and don't give in to these people who are like elitists with their tools, man.
Yeah, the last part is definitely a multi-year plan because I ain't buying all that shit up front.
You should never buy it.
I watched a guy. His name's John Malecki. He's a big old woodworking YouTuber.
Okay, I feel like you've mentioned him before, or I'm thinking of John Mulaney.
You might be thinking of that.
Okay.
He went into Harbor Freight, which is like lower than Ryobi tool level.
People love
it's cheap.
Harbor Freight, though.
Yeah. He went in and bought every single tool that he could in their Hercules line, which
Okay.
is their brand of
He's
tools.
a strong dude. He's a demigod.
Yeah. $4,800 for everything in the store.
And so that's like, what, 2 drills if you buy Milwaukee? What's more expensive, Milwaukee or DeWalt?
Milwaukee is slightly more expensive.
Is DeWalt and Milwaukee on the same level, though?
Pretty close, yes. They are both pro level tools.
What's
DeWalt has the best compact job site table saw.
Okay.
And that is on my list of possibles to get, but
Ryobi don't have table saws?
they do. They suck. I have one. It's bad. It's really bad.
You got to stop saying that about Ryobi, man.
Nah, it's great.
Yeah, okay.
Their miter saw.
I did, Wolfie. I didn't understand
Their miter
why.
saw, however, is really good. I think their drills and impacts are really good. Their jigsaw's been great. Their circular saw sucks ass.
Okay. I'm sure if you had all Milwaukee tools, though, you would find some that are worse than others.
Probably.
They can't all be winners, right?
Their routers are really good. Their router table is cheap and stupid. Don't buy their drill press. It's terrible.
Okay.
Don't buy their bandsaw. It's terrible.
You mean Milwaukee or is this Ryobi?
These are all Ryobis.
Nah, buy everything Ryobi.
The only tool in my garage that is not Ryobi is a Porter cable tabletop jointer and then a Win track saw because it was really cheap.
I have one tool in my house.
That's awesome.
And it is a Black & Decker drill.
Less awesome.
That I
Black
got.
& Decker is made by the same company that makes DeWalt, though.
Well, so why are you shitting on me, man? I'm using the Ryobi version of DeWalt.
Because they are different departments, and it is not the same design.
I've been using that drill for 15 years.
Ryobi is owned by TTI, who owns Milwaukee.
So Ryobi is Milwaukee.
No, because Ryobi's made in Japan, and Milwaukee's made in Milwaukee.
Well, Japan's better.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's made in China.
Everything that's in Japan is better.
I think everything's made in China.
I think
Ryobi's
Milwaukee's made in China.
Yeah, I think Ryobi's headquartered in Japan, but they're probably made in China.
Their name's Ryobi. I would imagine they're not in Minnesota.
You ever seen the YouTuber Smarter Every Day?
Nope.
You never heard of him?
Nope. I'm going to start my own channel called Dumber Every Day. I'd be good at that.
You'd be really good at that. I put out a video. I don't watch him because he's way too hoity-toity about being smart.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Okay.
He makes me feel shame for like taking days where I'm like, I'm just not going to do anything.
You got to be smarter every day.
Every
not
day.
Every
like,
couple days.
That's a big ass.
It is, dude.
Anyways.
One thing I'm going to do every day is poop.
He put out a video recently saying that He's about to start a business with a buddy of his who came up with an idea for a new grill scrubber.
Okay.
Because all the grill scrubbers with the wire brushes, apparently the wire brush actual like things can fall out and get on the grill and get into your food, and then you ingest a metal wire.
So you have microplastic and micrometals.
Well, that can like puncture your internal organs and require surgery.
Doubt. But okay.
It's happened.
Well, sure,
it's
happened.
But
yeah, I mean, it's like, you know how many people are cleaning their grills with the thing that's made, and how many of them, stuff happens, okay?
Well, anyway, so he's going to make this new one where they use chainmail.
Well, that's just how they scrub cast iron pans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, the point is, he wanted to make this in America. He wanted to make every single part of this contraption made in America.
Okay.
That includes the chainmail, a little sponge that goes behind the chainmail, the plastic piece that like connects the chainmail and then squeezes the sponge, holds it.
Okay.
And then a little screw-on top to where you can remove that and use it to clean your cast irons and stuff.
Okay.
And then a big old long metal handle. Those are the only parts.
Okay.
And he was talking about how tooling. So plastic injections is how a lot of these are made, like bulk scale. You know?
Sure, because they make the molds out of it.
Right. Yeah. Apparently, there's not a whole lot of people left in the United States that know how to make molds.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And
dude.
to make the tools for the metal tools to make the molds, or the machines to make the
you got to buy
everything.
Thing.
Yeah.
If you want to do something like that.
Yeah.
If you want to be made in America, you got to do everything here in America. It's too much work.
It's kind of crazy, man.
Who cares? Like, I get China.
Yeah.
Okay, because economically they're better than us.
Oh yeah.
Smartly they're better than us. Technology-wise they're better than us. Okay, so I get we're all sore losers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't want to help China. I understand that, but like, give it to Spain. I don't got a problem with Spain. Why can't Spain do it?
Also,
just
another fun fact.
Honduras.
So one would point to the freedom aspect of America being better than China, but is it? I want to post this. Okay, so you don't own land in China. You rent it from the government.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But here you own land, yet you still need to pay property taxes on that until you die.
Yeah.
Is that not just renting the land?
Well, I mean, technically, you could sell that land and get money. Can you do that in China?
Absolutely. You can sell the lease to the land. Yeah.
Then yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's all a scam. You're either a duper or you're a dupee. Frank Reynolds said this 20 years ago. It's been true up until now. It'll probably be true forever.
Yeah.
You're either one of the dupers or you're a dupee. We're all dupees. I don't know any dupers. We're all dupees.
Oh, yeah.
I know several people who think that they're dupers but are actually dupees.
My TikTok also said that World War III is starting this weekend.
Hell yeah. Where at?
Iran.
Oh, what for?
Well, because they're in talks to form up the nuclear deal, because Iran apparently has, like, enriched uranium, which is what you need to build a nuclear weapon, and Israel really doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon, and so, like, they're supposed to be in talks of how to give them nuclear power, but not have it be able to enrich uranium to make weapons. And they have stalled.
So Iran is going to build nukes and Israel is going to start a war with Iran?
Yeah, like they're threatening to destroy their nuclear facilities before they have the chance to build a nuke.
And why does that start World War III? Why do I care about that?
Well, because then Israel attacks Iran. Iran is like buddies with Russia, and then Russia and the U.S. get involved because they're both like our like. You know.
Oh, because we love Israel so much?
Well, yeah. Yeah, we're Team Israel, Russia's Team Iran, and like.
Why are they Team Iran?
Or it might be China, or both. I don't know. Russia just likes to get anyone that
anyone
the
who doesn't
US
like
doesn't
us,
like,
they're
and,
besties.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not a lot of logic there. You know, Iran kind of sucks. I'm gonna say something controversial. I think Iran's kind of not a good place.
No, it's not great.
Like I know, like I have like Americans,
human rights wise.
Me
really
and
not
a lot
good.
of Americans have the problem of. A lot of places over there you just think are third world countries, and they're probably actually not. But in my mind, Iran is like not good.
No, it's definitely not a third world country, but it definitely has really restrictive human rights.
Yeah, see, that sounds lame.
Equal rights laws and stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I get there's people there that they probably don't suck, but
yeah, most of the people want to modernize and get away from like
the Islam stuff, right? Because it's like a whole
restrictive Islam,
right?
Because they've modernized Islam just like they modernized Christianity.
Well, yeah, like Saudi Arabia is like a modern version of Islam where there's still some restrictions, but for the most part, you can just live your life. But Iran,
I don't know
think
enough about that to dispute it, but also not to confirm it. I'm pretty sure anywhere that Islam is the major religion, it's probably not great to be a woman.
Well, I think pretty much anywhere on Earth, it's not great to be a woman.
Yeah, but there are better places to be a woman.
There are better places, but there's really no bad place for a man. In fact, I would say there's some type of bell curve where the places where it's worse to be a woman, it's often better to be a man.
Like if you had to pick one, yeah, I would say I would pick man over woman, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, we would do better in Iran.
Well, if I had to pick, I would pick for it to not be bad for either.
Correct. Well, yeah, I thought that went without saying. Now you make me sound like I don't want that.
But the magical choice of I get to choose my gender, I would pick man in those countries.
I'm saying that all women should be treated equally as men.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's probably more like men should be treated equally as women, because honestly, we're treated too
Treat
good.
us less, I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
we've had rule for a while now.
Like when you have to pee, you can stand. Dude, they make a tool for that called the Shiwi. It's like a slide that they put down there in the hoo-ha, and like they pee into it. It goes,
wee.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we can. It's pretty good being able to stand and pee. You know.
You ever sat down and peed though? It's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty nice.
I mean, honestly, I don't pee too terribly often. Maybe like 3-4 times a day at the most.
I either don't pee or I pee every 20 minutes. It's one of the two. Like yesterday, I realized I hadn't peed since this was at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
I realized I hadn't peed since like 11 a.m.
Yeah, dude, you probably need to drink more water.
But then I proceeded to pee every 30 minutes.
Man, yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. I wasn't drinking. That's just a normal life thing. I should check my prostate.
Or just drink more water. You know, you could do that too, you know, or don't.
That's fine.
Just continue living how you're. Like, World War III starting this weekend, man.
Yeah, it won't matter.
Why is it this weekend?
Well, right now it's because it might not be this weekend.
Okay.
But tensions may raise if they can't like come to at least like a newer version of the deal.
I thought the deal they gave up on. I thought Trump ixnayed the deal like the second he went into office after Obama.
Yeah,
that
which was a dumb decision.
Yeah, but that was like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Okay.
One could say we're in the predicament that we're in now because Trump did that.
Yeah, but that took 10 years, and now all of a sudden next week we're going to be in war?
Well, yeah, because they're really close. They got like 60% enriched uranium, which is enough to build about 5 nukes.
You don't have to 100% enrich it?
Apparently not.
Why can't everyone just build
I'm just repeating TikTok things I heard on TikTok.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, this weekend is Trump's birthday.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, June 14th is his birthday, and that's when he's having his military parade, and that is also when the...
Oh, my God, that's a thing again?
Oh, yeah. That the heiress of Walmart put out an ad in the New York Times for the No Kings protest.
Okay. Is that also on the 14th?
It is on the 14th.
Okay.
So there's going to be nationwide protests Saturday.
I'm just going to stay home, I think, on that day then.
Yeah, that's Saturday, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be here. I saw a fucking TikTok of a girl from Wichita talking about protests. Apparently, the Wichita PD just got a big old shipment of riot gear.
Great.
So,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we aren't going downtown this weekend.
Or, hear me out,
Yeah.
our first riot.
I mean, if they start looting, I'm there, though.
I like, a part of me looks at, like, footage.
Yeah.
And, like, God, I'm so glad I'm not there.
Yeah.
But then also part of me is like, I kind of want to know what it's like.
No, dude, when I saw them looting that Apple store in L.A., I was mad. It's like I could have gotten an iMac.
Yeah, well, I saw a video of a guy throw an entire, those metal fences that are, like, movable that you can pick up for concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw a guy throw one of those at a cop, and he just a handheld pepper spray right at that guy, and it didn't faze him because the man is in a full fucking respirator and face mask combo.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I just threw a fence at you, and then the cop's like, I just pepper sprayed you, and then they just kind of walk away. It's like the weirdest thing. Most of the times, like that would like if that wasn't a cop, that would be a fist fight in a bar, or like
just like whatever.
That's how you escalate, and yet they just stop. It's just weird.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to throw any barriers at cops. I don't want to do any of the violence.
Oh, no. I want to watch.
I know. I want to loot. I want to be very clear. The problem with Wichita riots, though, is that everywhere that there would be a riot, there's no shopping.
No.
Like, if they had a riot, like Menace is saying, right in front of the Home Depot, holy shit. Could you imagine how much Milwaukee we'd loot?
It's all locked up anyways. So
No, we'd figure out ways, dude.
If we brought a bolt cutter, then yeah, we could.
Well, absolutely. We're not going to go to the riot and not have a bolt cutter.
Yeah, so $250 gets you 2 batteries
Okay.
with a free tool. So that is 2
Milwaukee?
batteries and then a drill.
At Milwaukee.
Yeah,
That
or
sounds
an
like a good
impact
start.
driver. I was hoping for $250 I'd get a drill driver combo.
I'm going to tell you, man, that Black & Decker drill that I own was $25, and it worked great, you know? And it was $25, you know?
You know why Ryobi works good for me so far?
Because it has.
Because I haven't messed with hardwood yet.
You built a door.
That wasn't
You built
hardwood.
a desk. You built this whole gorgeous set.
None of this is hardwood.
This set is hashtag built with Ryobi.
Yeah. I'll put a little thing on the projector if they're funding this. Built with Ryobi. I'll put stickers all around here.
Demon didn't mean
I'll
strap
change
on,
the
did he?
background fucking curtains to this color.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
He didn't mean he meant snap on, right? Not strap on.
Where?
He says I like my Milwaukee and my strap on, but I think he meant snap on. And now why is he typing strap on?
I don't know.
He
It's
can
in
like
his
he
head.
can like both or all, you know? Don't have a problem with it.
If you're into strap-ons, I saw a TikTok earlier about ice mold for butt plugs.
Ice mold.
Ice mold.
That's cold.
Yeah, you know, like the silicone rubber trays?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you want it cold?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either, and it stumped my brain.
Like just put an ice cube up there then. Skip a step.
It's easier. No, but it's easier. It's like it's got the slide.
You think that's
factor,
people
you
who
know?
are like scared that it's going to get stuck? So like it's in there for 30 minutes or whatever, but then it's definitely coming out no matter what.
Maybe, but then you're just gonna be leaking out of your ass.
Yeah, it's going to be like a slow dripping faucet for the next day, right? I think we're overestimating how long it
for
takes.
the night after Buffalo Wild Wings. Hilarious.
That's actually good. I like that, you know? I don't know, but that's... Where'd you see that?
My TikTok.
What is on your TikTok?
It's
So you got
starting to-
World
yeah.
War III and icy butt plugs
Yep.
on your TikTok.
I noticed it getting raunchier today. I started to see, like, I saw the butt plugs thing. I saw a lady talking about sex moves, but calling it yoga positions to avoid the censor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's starting to find those people. It's doing the Instagram thing,
Dude, Instagram-
where it'll just fucking
My
thirst trap.
Instagram is wild, dude.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm getting women with Down syndrome.
I've seen her before.
No, I'm getting multiple women.
Multiple? There's one of
multiple
them.
women, and the caption's always like something like, "Yeah, I have Downs, but I can get you up," and I just don't feel right reading
Yeah.
it. I hate reading it.
I've seen people say that she's faking, like it's not real.
I hope. I don't know if I hope. Honestly, if that's how she makes her money, God bless her.
Power to 'em,
But
man.
I
Do
don't-
what you do.
I don't want it on my. I want sports. I want like food. I don't want that.
This is why you don't open Instagram.
But the thing is like Instagram, I think, looks at view time. So like, it shows up, and then I'm shocked by it, and
but
I
you-
stare at it.
I thought TikTok looked at
It does, but TikTok doesn't show me that stuff. Like when I look at, I'm like, what is happening? You
So
know,
what,
and I'm
you're
looking
saying
at
that
it.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think you might be looking at the butt plug stuff, man.
I feel like no. I definitely didn't look at the butt plug.
Well,
stuff.
TikTok does throw you some stuff to see, like, hey, what
That
about
was,
this?
that
dude?
was definitely a shop. It was an
Oh,
advertisement
yeah,
for the
yeah,
shop
yeah,
item. But
yeah.
like, why?
Don't know. Don't know, man. I haven't gotten that. I buy a lot of card games and stuff for when I play games with people, and that's all I get. Or like beer funnels. I get a lot of beer funnels. You know,
Beer funnels.
T-shirts and stuff. Like it knows me. I don't get the butt plug stuff.
You're missing out.
I guess I am, dude. There's a whole thing over there of yikes. All right. Well, that was not any. Hey, you want to read our ad, dude? We're 45 minutes into the show, by the way.
Just after keeping admiring the old Mandos
Look at
here.
this. Oh, the old Mando. That's a great way to call those shoes. That's great.
Where
yeah.
did I put these?
Yeah, there we go. Let's. Yeah. Not a lot of prep today, so Good thing we filled an hour with horse shit so we can get to the...
It's been a fucking hour.
No, it's been 30 minutes, 35 minutes, but it feels like days.
Insane.
I want to thank everybody who came to my birthday party, and by thanks, I mean publicly question your life choices. I woke up surrounded by empty Amazon boxes, glitter, and what I can only assume was a centaur costume.
Say it.
Half man, half horse. Where'd the horse go? There was a fog machine still going, a folding chair fused to a slip and slide, and I'm pretty sure someone summoned something in the bouncy house. It's not bouncing anymore, it's pulsing.
Pulsing? Pulsating?
I don't know, man. Just let me live. Don't critique me, Kermit.
Anywho, yeah, so maybe I'm feeling two inflatable flamingos with soap and a kiddie pool with tapioca pudding. I figured out the fog machine does not work with Axe body spray. My custom t-shirt that read Daddy's little boy was probably a mistake.
That's unsettling.
But you know what? I got it all at SethandColby.com/Amazon. Every unhinged item, every decorative mistake, every fire hazard that looked cute under string lights. Amazon. And when you shop using our link, they give us a little
Just can't be heard anymore. Get to the ad part. He just can't.
It's funded by you degenerates like me buying things you probably shouldn't. So keep it going. Buy a disco ball for your toilet or a hammock shaped like a taco. Just go through SethandColby.com/Amazon. Because the only thing more powerful than this hangover is affiliate revenue. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get a goat out of my bed. He won't make eye contact. I think we're married.
Yeah. Thank you.
Was he in a tuxedo?
I don't know. Not anymore.
Not anymore, he ain't. Not after last night.
I thought for a very long time, too long. In fact, I'm still thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Is a hammock always shaped like a taco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would say vagina shaped, but then you do refer to vaginas as tacos.
Right.
So.
And when you're laying in it, you're the meat.
Yep.
So why don't they make...
You're a human meat taco.
Yeah, why don't they make tacos that look like... or hammocks that look like tacos?
That's a great question.
Like, we could make a whole line of hammocks that are shaped like food or funny things. You know, like a hot dog bun, you're the hot dog. Taco, you're the meat.
That would be really hard to differentiate.
Banana peel, you're the meat.
The bread of a hot dog bun to a tortilla.
Nah, totally different colors.
No, they're the exact same color.
No,
It
they're
was
not.
my
A
shirt.
hot dog bun is dusty brown, and a tortilla is a bone white with brown splotches.
Not after you like grill it and like fry it.
I'm not frying a tortilla
You
or a hot
should,
dog bun.
because they're really good.
Well, that's true, but everyone knows what it looks like when it's just it's just a mission tortilla, you know? Mm-hmm. The yellow tortillas would look more like the bananas. You know, I don't feel like...
Yeah, you don't want to be a banana.
Yeah, we could go like the creatures holding you. You know, like what if you're in the arms of Jesus?
In the arms of an angel.
Yeah, and we could donate money to that thing. Whatever that is.
That's the like dogs and cats.
Yeah,
right?
but what is it? What is ASPACSA?
God, I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
This shirt is terrible.
I know, dude. It is very bright. ASPCA. I was close. I was close there. But hey, man, how was your birthday?
Birthday was good, man.
What'd you get? Anything interesting or good?
Hepatitis.
Is that interesting or good or both? And which letter follows it? Because that is an important distinction.
Q.
Oh, hepatitis Q. That's the new one. That's the boutique one.
Well, yeah, I got surprised.
You sure did.
Well, I wouldn't say the first time. I did get surprised one other birthday, but yeah. Anyways, I was not expecting this one at all.
You want to give some background, or should I do it?
Well, Mari told me that we were having a work. Her work was doing a thing where they were going to this. I don't even know how you would describe the place that we went to.
It's a pickleball restaurant.
Pickleball restaurant
So
and
it's-
bar.
Yeah, it's a bar and restaurant, but it's
They have
mostly
pickleball courts
outdoor
there.
because they have pickleball courts and
Yeah.
bocce courts and cornhole fields but like there's an inside eating area. But everyone, it's like a Dave and Buster's, but instead of arcades, it's pickleball.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she said that her work was having an event there, and that we were going to that, and I was like, okay. She told me that the day before Saturday, and I completely forgot and spaced out of being like, well, that's what we're doing Saturday.
Yeah. So just real quick here, I came over here on Saturday to redo the audio chain for this studio and set up a new studio in Colby's office upstairs for his drums. And while I was doing that, Mari, to my knowledge, was out doing stuff for the party that was happening that night. She was getting cakes, and I actually passed her going to the mall when I was leaving the mall. Like, I saw her. Even if I didn't know, I would have known. And it took everything in my body to not text you and be like, what's she doing? You know, because I love to text you when I see her out
Well,
and
see,
about.
that was the thing. She was running errands Saturday morning, and I had figured that was birthday errands.
Right,
stuff.
you told me it was birthday stuff
Yeah.
because this was like the weekend before your birthday. But you thought she was looking for presents or not planning anything.
Correct.
And so I was over here doing that, and she was texting me before and during while I was here saying, let me know when you get home because I want to give you the cake. And I'm like, I'm literally with the man right now.
Yep.
Like, and so when I left and I went back home, Mari met me at my house, gave me the cake, and she's like, does he suspect anything? And I said, I don't think he even remembers you have a work event tonight.
Yeah, I didn't.
And this had happened 24 hours prior. If
Yep.
even that, she had told him.
I'm a great boyfriend.
Because what happened was last Thursday, for those of you who have watched last week's episode, and we thank you, or listened, okay? Because unlike Colby, if you listen, I appreciate you as well. All right, that's the majority of our viewers, but
I don't. Look at my shirt.
they can't. They're listening.
Exactly. Stop listening and look at my shirt.
Okay. Colby said that if you celebrate your birthday after the birthday, you are a loser.
Yep.
So Mari hears this, takes his horse shit seriously, and like completely redoes her life to have a birthday party for Colby before his birthday. Because if we had it this weekend, it would be after his birthday.
Unnecessary.
And then we would all be losers. And so she messaged me Friday, and she starts setting all this up and texting all his friends, and there are dozens of them, you know, because he's a popular guy. He's got friends.
There's like 10.
People like him, okay?
Like a few.
You know? And then we had to organize all this stuff. And 15 hours later, he forgot that he was even scheduled for something. It was the wrong thing. It was a lie, but he forgot that he was even scheduled for it.
Yep. Yeah, I think she told me like probably like 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's when she got back here, because I
Yeah.
left here about 1.
And she was like, you remember we got that work thing tonight? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Because I left here, and he's like, I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. I'm like, Mari, he doesn't remember that there's
I
anything
don't.
happening. He doesn't have any idea. And then, yeah. So anyway, back to your story.
Okay, so I am reminded that is happening later tonight, and I'm like, okay. And so then I am like dressed normally for stay in the house day,
Okay.
and we're going to a work event. So I'm like, she was like, what are you gonna wear? And I'm like, this. It wasn't bad. It was just a t-shirt and shorts. It's summer. It's fine, right? She's like, "Oh,
Did you
don't
know
wanna
you were
wear
going to
anything?"
Chicken and Pickle?
Yes.
You knew that, right?
I knew
Okay.
that we were going to Chicken and
I mean,
Pickle.
honestly, that outfit would have been fine.
It would have been fine.
It would have been.
But yeah, okay. So then I get dressed up, and I'm looking a little good, and then we go, and then we start driving and leaving to the place, and then about a minute to 2 minutes into the drive, I think to myself, I'm like, this could possibly be a surprise,
Yeah.
but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot to do. You had already said you had plans.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah. I messaged Colby because I'm me. I messaged Colby Friday night and said, make sure to make our YouTube thumbnail because I'm going to be busy tomorrow night. Because I need him to send it to me by like 6 on Saturday, so I have it set up for the premiere when the video debuts on YouTube. And I'm like, I'm going to be busy. And he's like, wow, you said that if we did something, you'd be available, bitch. And then, like, I was like, well, if you have something, I'll obviously reschedule for you. And then, you know.
And so, lo and behold, the entire drive there, I'm like, is it? No. But is it? No. I don't know. I didn't think it was by the time that we got there. Because then, like, once we got a little closer, she said, oh, my friend's there already.
Right.
The friend from work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so and she sold it so well.
It was avocado.
And so I was like, oh, yeah, all right. This is how she reacts to seeing her friend. So I'm like, she must be there.
Yeah.
And so then we park, we walk up, and then I see your fucking ass sitting there.
I was the only one there, yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
And in my head at that moment, I was like, did your plans also happen to be chicken and pickle?
Yeah. Well, and that's what I played off for a second, too. I was like, oh, man, what are you doing here? I'm on a date. Get out of here. Leave me alone. And then I'm like, oh, my date's you. And then we took off our shirts and we made out.
And then I realized it, and then it took about 5 minutes to actually set in that there was actually no work anything. Because for a moment, I was like, is it a half and half?
Yeah.
Like, are we going to do both?
And technically, me and you do work together.
Yeah,
so it was a work thing.
Just not her work.
Not her work thing, you know. Exactly.
Picking and chickle.
Yeah. So, what did she say? Picking and chickle on her stream or something?
No, I don't know. But yeah, it was a big surprise. I liked it. Everybody came out. It was very fun.
Yeah.
I played some bocce ball and was really bad at it.
We lost, right? We were on a team. We lost.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah.
Against fucking Pinella.
Yeah,
The
David.
travesty of that.
You know, it was really David.
Yeah. And then David got me a cool fucking cowboy hat. And I wore it the entire time. It was
There's a picture of me and Colby dripped out on my Instagram if you want to go check it out. It's Instagram Seth Can't Stop. You can go look at it. It's there. We look good. Colby pulled off the cowboy hat very well.
Did. The long hair helps.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked great. But yeah, and that cowboy hat I do think was absolutely a regift.
That's my thought.
Because no one brought you gifts.
No.
But him.
Yeah.
Because no one had time.
Right.
Because we were all invited with 24 hours notice.
Yep.
Like, I had already purchased your shoes and your shirt, but they weren't going to be here till, this week.
Yeah.
In preparation for this show.
Correct.
So, you know. But they have several in Kansas City. They do. Chicken and Pickle is expanding. They have one in Kansas City as well.
Fancy.
Yeah. I do like Chicken and Pickle. It's kind of fun.
It's expensive.
It wasn't that bad. I spent just as much at Beer and Dog Trivia.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't get a plate of wings.
Fair, that's also expensive, though.
You know, that is also very expensive. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Playing pickleball, though, is fun. Because we had a buddy, like, a year and a half ago.
Yeah?
He had his birthday there, and he rented a court.
Yeah.
And, like, so we played pickleball.
That was fun. That was a good time. Was I married then?
Were you there?
Weren't I? I thought we played together. We're talking about...
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm thinking of Penella's wedding shower.
Yeah.
Was I married for that?
That was also fun.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, that was last year.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Time's an illusion, bro.
That was fun, but that was also... When did that happen? That was like September, probably? August or September?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So it was going to be hot, and it was outside, and I do remember it being hot.
Yeah.
So that, the inside part's air conditioned.
We had good weather this last weekend.
I fucking know.
It was nice.
I fucking know, man. And now it's about to turn balls hot, and I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
I told Maria, as soon as it gets to be 100 degrees every day, this hair's coming off. I can't do it.
I mean, it's hard to judge you for that, but
it's so hot.
It does pain me. I feel like you should keep it going.
It's so hot.
That's why I chopped my hair off.
Yeah.
That's why. Because I started to get hot.
And it keeps falling in my fucking face, and I can't see.
I used to have... We showed pictures of me. My senior pictures, I had hair like you, and that's literally why I chopped it off. It started to get... When I started having a job, and I started to have to drive to and from work...
Yeah.
It was like,
Experience that hot-ass car after being in the office 8 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. It was too hot, so I shaved it all off and went with the Asian bowl cut for a while. And now I'm doing the 40-year-old divorced dad.
I told her either I stop running or I stop.
What about ponytails, dude? That's why God invented ponytails. He's right.
It doesn't work.
What do you mean it don't work?
It doesn't work.
Have you tried it? Mm-hmm. And it don't work. Still hot?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What if
well,
you
that's
get-
what I do. I immediately put it up. Like when I get done running and I'm hot because I was just running.
Right.
I put it up because it's literally the hair is exuding heat,
Okay.
and so then I put it up, and it does help. But my hair is very fine. Like
Okay.
it's thick as shit.
Hell yeah, it
But
is.
it's very fine,
Yeah.
and it's just short enough to where if I put it in a pony, and then run,
Yeah.
it will fall out. It will just
What about you got a
work
headband?
its way off. I do that. I got both.
Okay. All right.
But the headband doesn't work either because now it's long enough to go around the headband and poke me in the eyes.
Yeah, top knot goes full samurai. Ooh.
I don't really know how to do the top knot.
Oh, you can, I'm sure YouTube. You know what's behind a ponytail?
Penis?
I was gonna think asshole.
Asshole?
Pony's ass. That's right. Yeah, it's true. Are you a pony's ass? Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
100%. 100%.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know. Can I just talk about something else instead?
Yeah.
Okay, so dog trivia. You left early because Mario has to work early. Okay, can we just I just almost called her Maria just then, and I'm now realizing that her name is one letter away from Maria.
Maria.
And I feel like we should call her Maria, because then you'd be dating a hot Latin as well, and that'd be fun, you know. Anyway, I just had a small stroke.
Yeah.
Some of the things shouldn't come out of head, just because they're in head.
Right.
And that was one of those things that shouldn't have came out of mouth, but did come out of mouth.
It did come out of mouth.
We always go all in. Always.
On trivia, yes.
On trivia, because the final question is Jeopardy style. They give us the
Yeah,
they
you
give
get
us the
points,
category.
and then they're like, bet how much points you want. We always bet every point that
we
have.
did not bet everything.
No.
No.
Oh.
And I wanted, so basically I told Big D, who's like, we shouldn't bet everything because we were in like third place or something.
Right.
He's like, we should bet one. And I'm like, I physically can't. I can't. Like, my OCD will not allow me to write a 1. But if you do it, I won't stop you.
Okay.
So he wrote a 1,
Uh-huh.
and we still lost. But I just
Because somebody got it right.
yeah, because someone got it right and we didn't. So, but I just wanted you to know. I can no longer say.
How much would it have hurt, though, if you got it right and you only bet a 1?
What's his face? The Cody, the leader of the DJ King, he came to us and told us that we needed to bet at least 15 in order to win if we got it right. So he actually looked out for us. And I'm like, thank you for doing math. Because,
So did you bet 15?
yeah, we bet 16. Yeah, which I don't know if that's smart or stupid. But
Either way.
But yeah, we lost. It didn't matter. But he did look out for us. But like, yeah, from now on,
Well, yeah, because we haven't won in months.
months,
Months.
literal months.
Longest dry spell of my life.
Yeah, I was with
you
one
know
of the.
what I mean?
I was with one of the girls afterwards, and she's like, "Have you guys ever won?"
We used to win all the fucking time.
That's what I told her.
All the time.
I was like, "We haven't won."
we got a fucking target on our back.
Well, I actually said was like, "We haven't won since you started coming." Is what I told her, which is true. But yeah, we used to win all the time.
Snap.
It's getting harder. I think he's running out of trivia.
Oh, yeah.
And so now he's having to make up his own trivia, and it's too difficult. You know what I mean?
It's pretty, yeah. There's a lot of old stuff again.
I know, man.
And that was the reason why we stopped going to the Side Pockets one, is because it was just all old people trivia.
This is still far better than that trivia.
Oh, yeah.
Way better. Also, I like Cody. We do Rumpleman shots together.
Yes, he
You
is.
know?
He is way better. He is an actual host.
Yeah.
He's not some person that's just doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you know he's doing Big D's wedding reception in July?
I did not.
Isn't that, and like, I'm actually like, that was awesome to hear.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And Big D said I could bring a bottle of Rumple and give it to the bartender, and he said he'd pay for it. So now I can do Rumple at Big D's wedding receptions.
Amazing.
I know. Isn't that great?
I hate that
Yeah.
because Rumple is terrible.
Rumple's so good, dude.
No,
So good.
no,
So good.
it's really not.
It's really good.
It's really, really bad.
Well, I had a good time on Monday, and I'm sorry that you left.
I was tired. I was ready to go.
Yeah, you didn't feel good.
No.
Can you hand me another big
was
wave down
fucking
there? A big wave? But yeah.
Why was I dead? Oh yeah, I was hungover. Because I couldn't sleep Sunday night, and so I was like, all right, I'll go have a glass of whiskey
Okay.
just to get some alcohol in the system and like go to sleep. You know?
Right,
that
because you do
always-
turn into a much more alive person the more you drink.
Well, yes. But I mainly just did it because I was like, my body was just tense
Okay.
It was just tense, and I couldn't relax. I couldn't stop. And a little drink takes the edge off.
Right.
And that's what I was going to do. But then I'm pretty sure I poured about 3 fingers the first one, and then I poured about 4 fingers the second one because it was the end of the bottle.
That's a lot of bourbon.
I had to finish the bottle.
Yeah.
And then, it was a lot. And that was at 1 a.m.
What is this for? Just to go to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, Judd says cranking the hog also helps, Yeah, Mari, come down here. We'll hand you one.
I've tried that. It used to work.
That wakes me up.
Yeah, it does,
if I'm starting to feel tired or distracted, just rub right back awake. That's the only way to do it.
All right.
It does not make me tired.
Can you bring me my inhaler, por favor?
People are. Judge said that Rumple's good if you're trying to roofie a sorority chick. That's messed up. All right.
That's what it's for. You know that.
Is it really? Why, it hides the taste or something?
No, it's just meant for 20-year-olds.
Well, my alcohol tolerance is that of a 20-year-old.
No, it isn't.
Dude, it is.
Bullshit. What do you mean?
I had 3.
Are you saying it's high or low?
On Monday, it's high.
I'm saying it's low. They're 20.
Oh, you mean like it gets them drunk fast?
And they can be good.
Oh, well, then it's not. It's high.
Yeah,
it's very
That's what
high.
I'm saying. That's why I was like, no.
Yeah, I think I had 3 margaritas and a shot of Rumple, and then one of the girls. Were you still there when she bought me a Fireball shot? Yeah, and they also bought me a Fireball shot. One of the girls bought a Fireball shot for them 2 and me, and then we did that.
They did seem to be pretty fucking schwasty.
Yeah, they were good. They were drunk.
Yeah,
I took them home, so they were too drunk to drive. Yeah, it was fun, but yeah, no, the Fireball's so good. I would take Fireball over Rumple every.
I would take Fireball over Rumple every time. Yeah.
Every time.
Rumple's terrible.
Wait till I'm 40. I'm 37. I turn 38 in like a week.
Yeah, he is 40.
Yeah, it's like
the amount of life this man has lived on the internet. You combine that together, he's 87.
My soul is completely dry. It's been milked, and I don't know, man. Someday age has got to hit me. I have the Conan thing where my motor is just at high speeds at all time.
Nah. I think we're right smack dab in the perfect era of millennial.
What do you mean?
Where we were like young enough, old enough, young enough to experience childhood pre-internet.
Okay.
To where we were just like, we could live. And we didn't get the stress induced into us immediately.
Okay.
And then we got old enough, quick enough to avoid being hurt by premature aging. Because one of the chicks there,
talking about?
One of the chicks there said that I don't look 32.
Because you look younger?
Yeah. And I'm like,
I
agree.
think you look upper 20s. I think you're in that range.
For sure.
If you told me you were 32, I would not be surprised. If I told you that I was 38, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Gen Z and everybody else, they already look old as shit. Because they got all the hormones.
You're saying all the stress is getting to them?
All the hormones in the chicken nuggets, the stress of the world's gonna break because of global warming.
I don't think so, man. I've seen lots of young-looking Gen Zers out there. Yeah. I mean, my kid looks young. He doesn't look stressed.
Yeah, give it like 3 years.
You think when he gets to college, he's gonna look 80? He's gonna be dead on the inside?
Yep.
Because they stay up on their phones till 4 a.m. to go to school at 8 a.m. in the morning. But I used to do that.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, like I didn't stay on my phone, but I was watching Girls Gone Wild commercials in my bedroom until 4 a.m.
I stayed up real late.
Yeah.
I woke up early, went to a park, smoked a joint, and then went to high school.
Is that at 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm. I was probably...
And then I slept in school. It was really good.
I slept
I'm
in
a
school,
very
too.
smart man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
High school did me great.
I don't know.
2 + 2 equals...
Profit.
Onion.
I don't know, man. The age, like, this is kind of off topic, and I don't know if people understand what I'm saying, but like, I like this show. There's a sports show that's on ESPN, but it's really its own show. It would be like if our show got licensed by ESPN, and we were just on ESPN every day, but it's still our show. We can do what we want, however we want, whenever we want to.
Sure.
Okay. It's a Pat McAfee show. And the dude is literally my age. Like, he's like 6 months older than me. He turns 30. I think he turned 38 in like May.
Didn't he have gray hair?
Well, it's not about his age. Point is that people on the internet, like the old, they're not even old, just like people my age to 10, 15 years older than me hate him because they're like, he doesn't act his age. Like, he's cringy because he like wears tank tops.
Are we thinking about the same guy? Because I might not be thinking about the same guy.
I don't know.
Show me a picture of Pat McAfee. Did he invent the antivirus software?
He did not. That's the
Damn.
guy who gets pooped on, right?
I don't know.
This right here. This is him. I didn't mean to click a YouTube
No,
link.
different guy. I was
Okay.
not thinking of the same guy.
He's this dude. Okay? This is what he looks like on a show.
No, I am thinking of. Well, no, fuck, god damn.
This guy.
Where's the one where he's like
This dude.
really high up off the, like in comparison to his guest? He looks similar. It's a white dude with gray hair, and he has a sports talk show, but his desk is like up here, and the guest sits like down here.
No idea.
I can't remember who the fuck.
No idea.
I saw a
Hey, side
clip
piece.
of it. Anyways, it don't matter.
But yeah, he's also on College Game Day, and people hate it. Like today, literally, on the college football subreddit, CFB, the subreddit for college football, it's where all the nerds hang out. Okay, there's an entire subreddit in there just hating on him, and I'm like, I don't get this shit at all, and it made me hate Reddit. Because everyone always says that Reddit's just full of hate. And whatever Reddit thinks is probably the opposite of reality.
Right.
And then, like, I get into these bubbles on Reddit where I read things I agree with. And then I read something like that I could not be more against. And I'm like, oh, no. The things that, like, I agree with on Reddit make me one of these people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a hater for no reason. Like, when I get into the Pokemon subreddit and everyone's shitting on Pokemon, I'm one of those people because the majority of people out there love Pokemon. I'm the thing that I hate.
Oh yeah.
You know, but regardless, people hate him because he's nearly 40 and he's still energetic and he acts young and he dresses cool and he uses good lingo and he talks about pop culture.
Okay, so he's a douche. That's
what
you're
people
saying.
say. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a douche. He sounds like a douche. He looks like a douche.
I love douches. You're a douche.
I am a douche.
Yeah, I'm also. We're both douches.
I'm more douche than you.
You look more douchey than me.
Well, yeah, and so we act the same level of douche. So therefore, acting and looking makes me more douche than you.
I think you're getting less douchey as you get older.
Yeah, I'm still douche. It's a different type of douche, though.
I just think there's a lot of stigma from boomers who were 40 20 years ago, and then they look at people who are 40 now, and they expect us 40-year-olds to dress like they dressed.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, no.
No.
It's like,
I'm
why?
going to be wearing Van tees until I'm fucking 80,
Like,
dude.
why not? I don't understand the hate, dude. I don't know. You ever meet a person you think is terrible that loves the show you love? It's that feeling. Yeah, dude.
That is the worst.
It is a big reason I can't get into anime because Matthew loves anime, and it really poisons anime for me. But yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I hate Reddit. The majority of the house calls I get to when I worked on computers is because some kid got on Reddit trying to find ways to boost their frames. That's more of a Google problem. ChatGPT will solve that problem for us. You can just ask ChatGPT now how to fix everything. You know, no more Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to random people on the internet. Listen to the AI amalgamation of all of them.
I don't know. Getting old is weird. You're 32. I turned 38 in a couple weeks, and I don't know. I feel like still feel like I'm 25.
Oh yeah, I always
22.
thought when I was younger, like if I'm 16, 18,
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, at 21 I'll know what I'm doing. When 21 came, then I'm like, oh, 25 I'll probably know what I'm doing. And I'm like, when I hit 30, I probably should know what I'm doing.
You are doing
I'm
way
still
better.
fucking here, and I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you own a house, man. You got a steady girlfriend. You got a good job. You got
get
a
lucky,
dog.
man. I
You got
get lucky.
15 cats.
I got very lucky.
No,
to have
that's
parents.
what everyone did.
No, yeah, I mean that. Well,
Everyone a lot of people are lucky. There's very few people out there that literally did it all themselves.
that's fair. So yeah, no, I don't think. And that's the thing. That's the imposter syndrome. Is like, sure, I look like I should have all my shit together, but then I don't feel like I achieved any of it. Like I didn't buy this house off of merit.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I got it with my own credit, but also because of that, I didn't have college loans because parents had money for me to go to college.
But that's what parents are for, man.
Yeah, but
You know?
I don't know.
It's like Side Piece says, I turned 39 this year. I'm young at heart. My body still feels like an 80s Model Ford. And see, I don't have that problem either. Like I am obese as hell. And like, I still feel, I don't have Like, I mean, the occasional ache and pain, sure, but I had those in my teens.
Yeah.
Like, I've had aches and pains occasionally forever. Like, I had T-Rex arms for like
I think a big part of
Like
it is
4
just
days last week?
activeness, because like I feel 1,000% better since I started running than before when I
Right.
didn't do anything, and it's just the fact that I'm moving,
Yeah.
and now I feel better.
I have more energy. I have more energy for a longer period of time because I started working out.
Yeah.
But I don't overall feel better now that I'm 60 pounds lighter than I was 2 years ago, if that makes any sense. Like, I do, because overall I feel lighter,
Yeah.
but like my back doesn't feel better now than it did
Well, no.
5 years ago.
I don't think there's any healing, but there's a slowing of the worsening. You know
I
what
do
mean?
believe that I'm truly just going to drop dead.
Yeah.
Like, I think my body, I don't think it'll be a slow
you're not
decline
there yet,
for me.
but you're getting close.
What do you mean?
According to Bill Burr, you're not in the drop dead years yet, but you're getting close.
What is that, because of my lifestyle or something? I think it's my lifestyle is going to kill me.
No, it's just men drop dead.
Did you know, did you think it was weird that my arm was just sweating blood the other day?
I don't think that's what that was.
What do you think it was?
Like a hive?
It was blood. I wiped it off with a towel and my towel was bloody.
That's concerning, because like I looked at my arms today after running, because
Yeah.
I went pretty heavy today.
Yeah.
and like I was
see if I can send you
red
this picture,
in
y'all.
random spots, but I wiped it. It was not blood. It was just like a skin reaction to being outside.
Can you
Because I'm
explain to the people what T-Rex arm is?
Loofty boy. T-Rex arms is when you hit biceps, like you work out your biceps, and you don't normally work out your biceps, and so you just go really hard without knowing, like, probably when enough is enough. And so, like, in the moment, you feel great. Like, oh, I can do this all day. But your biceps aren't used to working out, to where then when you stop and the lactic acid sets in, then you're just kind of, like, stuck like this for the rest of the day.
So that was me on Monday.
And doing this hurts.
Yeah, Monday I had the T-Rex arms. And it was incredibly bad. I didn't go to the gym Monday because we do dog trivia. So Sunday I did biceps.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday it hurt real bad. I was telling you at the bar. Like, I was trying to stretch out my arms and like do all that stuff.
Yep.
And Tuesday it was awful. Like, I literally couldn't.
Yeah, second day is always the worst.
Yeah, I like literally couldn't stretch my arm all the way out. And so I just did cardio at the gym on Tuesday. And I sent Colby this picture on Snapchat. This right here is blood coming out of my pores. These 3 dots. And when I wiped this, it was on my towel, and then every 5-10 minutes or so, I would have to re-wipe it. I was literally sweating blood.
Have you, like, looked this up?
No. I asked you.
Well, then you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Not concerning at all.
I asked Colby that too. I said, how ironic is it that my left arm didn't hurt as bad as my right arm?
Yeah,
Because
no.
I'm right-handed, you know. But he said that that's a normal thing, where your right arm is weaker than your left for some reason.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I think what it was is because it hurt so bad on Tuesday that I was literally like on a door frame, putting my arm straight out and just massaging the absolute shit out of my arm. Mm-hmm. And I think that I probably broke some blood vessels or something while I was, you know, like rubbing vigorously.
Yeah, that could have been it.
And it probably just sweated it to the surface. Because when I was done sweating, it was fine.
Or at least opened up the
Right.
It's like tattooing. Like,
Yeah.
the needles would just poke through the skin in a way, and then at some points in certain areas, they could start leaking blood.
Yeah. But it certainly was weird. And I was really concerned. It made me self-conscious because I like looked up, I'm just on the treadmill in the gym, and then all of a sudden my arm is just blood. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yep.
You know, but it's fine.
That is concerning. I've never had that happen.
It was weird. Well, I've never had T-Rex arms before, man. And like I said, I do bicep, like today or yesterday would have been a bicep day, except that it hurt too bad. So I just did cardio. But
Should have worked it.
tomorrow I will go to the gym and do biceps again, but not as many.
The key is to just always stay in a medium level of hurt.
Well, that's the thing, is that I did the same weight as always. I just did 10 more reps. That's the only difference.
That's very wild.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was not expecting it. And it was just this arm.
Well, and then you
Like,
also
this one hurt normally.
Bicep is very unique in a way. I think that the normal exercises for a bicep, it's always a standing curl,
Right.
or like preacher curl or anything like
Yeah.
that. Anything where it's like this, where gravity is working down on your arms,
Yeah.
on your downstroke of the rep, it's real easy to just kind of let that fall
Yeah.
rather than control it.
Yeah.
And so when you let it fall, it can hyperextend, which
Ah.
then rips it a little too much, which
Okay.
causes the T-Rex.
I could see that. I could see that. Maybe I did that. I don't think I did, but maybe I did.
I would
that, you know.
assume that is what happened, is because biceps, the thing that hurt me on biceps all the time is at the very end of the rep, and it's this lower part of the
Yeah.
bicep head. That thing.
Oh, and that is what hurt.
Gets
My
fucked.
muscle right here at the beginning of my joint, and right here at the top of my joint. It was
Yeah.
this little tendon.
Well, 'cause
It was actually
curls-
this
yeah.
one right here.
Curls work out your forearms too, so
Yeah.
that
Well,
would be why.
I did bicep, did preacher curls, and then I did tricep pushes, and then I did rowing.
Yeah.
You know, so I worked out upper body.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I'd never had that before, and then the blood was wild.
Yeah, the blood's a little weird, but the rubbing it and then like breaking the skin, kind of that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by like I think one day I'm just gonna die, like because I don't think there's ever gonna be a day where I'm just too tired to do something.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like as you get older, you're supposed to slow down. You know,
I definitely felt to slow down, but not like an extended. Like I was tired on dog trivia, and that's just because I stayed up late.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like I've definitely hit
I don't
a
know.
different gear the more I've gotten older, but it's not like a big drop.
yeah, you think you downshifted just one? You
Yeah.
think? See, I don't think so. I think if anything, I don't know. It's hard to compare because I don't really remember like the 08, 09, 2010 time frame where me and you were together. We were always doing some stuff, and I was young. I was 20. You know, 20, 21 years old. Was I more active then than I am now?
Not at all.
That's what I thought.
Way less.
That's what I thought. Because like right now, like I'm working 8 hours a day, gymming, podcasting. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think like physical exercise, like yeah, we used to go out downtown pretty frequently and like just walk around.
we did do that.
But, like,
we should do that again, by
That's
the way.
about it.
We should go to Final Friday or something again.
Yeah, Final Friday would be cool.
I would love to do that. I just don't have anyone to go with. You know?
I'm down.
Yeah. But whatever, man.
The thing that has affected me though with aging that I can absolutely tell,
Yeah.
is memory.
Oh, yeah. I think my memory's always been pretty bad,
My
though.
memory is fucked.
I remember important stuff, I think. Like, but the problem is that I remember important stuff to me.
No. And that's the thing. Is because I feel like I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to remember important things and little things and have pretty
Yeah.
good recall for like a week.
You forgot your own party.
I
like,
did.
Like a
yeah,
day
yeah,
later, yeah.
But then I'll remember like a weird specific thing that Mari said about nothing
Right.
important. But I'll remember that she said it 5 days later. And it's
So-
like the times it chooses to remember is very odd.
You remember when people slighted you. That's what you're saying.
No.
You remember when Mari was talking
No,
shit?
just like a weird, out of context, like weird joke or something.
Yeah, about you, about your penis.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
You
why I
got it.
remember it. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
But so
I'm
my
that way, yeah.
the thing I'm more mad about is you know how fucking pretty and nice people's like to-do lists are.
Oh,
and,
dude,
like,
I can't do
notes,
lists.
Like how cool some notebooks are,
Yeah.
or apps for to-dos.
And you would be great at that too because you're an
I would
artiste.
love
Yeah.
that shit. It's
Yeah.
so satisfying
Yeah.
to look at.
Have you
But
ever-
then doing it? It's just so dumb
Have
to
you
me.
ever done it?
I've tried, but then I try to break it down into like the individual steps.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, save the file. And I'm like, no shit, I'm gonna fucking save the file. Why am I writing this?
See,
it makes no sense.
I don't get that granular. When I get really overwhelmed and I have 50,000 projects happening, because I don't get overwhelmed very easily. Like I thrive off stress. Stress gives me power. Okay, so when I'm really like I can't keep it all up here because my mind is my planner, which is why I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I do make a list. Like here's all the things I need to do, and then I will make a separate list. Like I'll just data dump. Here's everything that needs to be done, and then I will make another list of the priorities, and then I will slowly work down the list. And I do feel more productive and more accomplished than ever when I do that.
Fucking bet.
But
dude.
I've only done it. I do it maybe once a year, maybe
can't
once
do
every
it.
2 years.
Yeah, I can't do
And then I always think to myself, I feel so good crossing things off the list and so accomplished crossing things off the list and so focused looking at my list. It feels great.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that. I'm aware of that. And I never do it again until it is the absolute last possible scenario besides suicide or make a list, and I make a list. That's what it comes down to. It's like I could either make a list so I can accomplish some things, or I could die because I can't ever do it at all.
Right.
And I choose list, and then I feel great. And then I run at 80% that stress level forever. And I could make a list and be great, and I don't. Don't understand it, but yeah.
I don't understand it either. And then it feeds kind of into like just productivity in general too.
Yeah.
Is because my door sat undone for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then Dalton, out of the fucking blue, is like, "Oh, you want to do wood shit?" And I'm like, "Sure, you can help me finish my door." And he's like, "All right." And then he just came over and we started working on it. And then just that little bit got me back in the mindset of finish it.
Yeah.
And then I finished it.
Yeah.
But before that, thinking about picking it up and where I left off, I was like, I'll just let it sit there longer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a mental thing for me too, and I know it's a mental thing. Like yesterday, I was recording some TikTok content, okay, and I have a little stool because I also play piano, and so I have my piano stool, and I use it for my TikTok content because I sit on my stool like a little bitty boy, and I record into my computer, okay. Yesterday was a busy day because I was doing a lot of content yesterday, and I didn't pick up my stool. And so this morning, the stool's in the way. I can't get out my front door. And so I just step over my stool. My stool, literally, you pull the leg and you fold the seat down and you put it up against the wall. It takes half a second. And I'm like, I can't do it right now. And then I get home. And it's still in the way. And I just step over it again. And I eat my little din-din. And then when I'm done eating my dinner, I just stare at it. And I literally think to myself, why am I stupid? Like, just pick up the damn stool, you idiot. Yeah. And so I picked up the stool. But, like, I don't know why I struggle with stupid little things like that.
I'm pretty good about the stupid little things. Because David told me something, like, when I was living with him years ago, about, like, the 2-minute rule. And, like, it stuck with me to where it's always a thought in my head
What's
about
the 2-minute
a
rule?
task that I don't necessarily want to do.
Okay.
It's like, do a task that you don't want to do for 2 minutes. Set a timer if you want. Just do it for 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then at the end of that 2 minutes, if you don't want to do it still, don't do it. Stop it. But then the likelihood of you getting started doing it will probably lead to you finishing it.
Yeah.
To where that's how I do little things like that.
Yeah.
But big things like me figuring out how to get my router to be in the right place to hinge out my fucking door.
Yeah.
That's less.
Well, that's work, though. That's not a chore.
Yeah, that's
like
not a little
work.
thing. That's like, I need brain on for this.
Yeah. All right. Chat says, I don't have to do list. I do the exact same things every day. The only thing that changes is where I go to eat. So he has a structured life. I don't have that. I have different tasks every day. You know? Took me nearly dying a few times to realize I should put what I want to do in an order. Don't die.
Yeah, don't do that.
I feel like
that's like more of like what? That's like life goal list. I don't got that.
Well, he probably has something important that he's doing.
I don't got none of that.
Yeah, we're just like, oh no, this logo isn't made.
I'm like, I'll get to it later.
Yeah, it's like they're not mad yet, so I could wait a couple more days.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that type of idea. Plato says he needs to see the piano stool. It's a black rectangle. Just imagine it in your mind. I do play piano. Well, I'm learning to play piano. I wouldn't say that I'm great at playing piano, but I'm learning, you know. But yeah.
You going to start a piano stream?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
You know, I already changed my name on Twitch.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You want to talk about... Oh, so about 15 hours ago, someone in chat, was it Major? Someone asked... How'd the drum stream setup go?
Oh, yeah, it's about the same place that we left it at Saturday.
Yeah, but it's done.
Yeah.
Because Friday, you didn't have a drum stream.
I still got to figure out if I can actually get the camera to connect, and then I got to get a longer cord for the USB because it's not going to go on my desk. It's gonna go somewhere.
There's an extender in there.
No, there's not. I've used all the ones that are in there.
Did you grab it this weekend? Because there was one in there
I
Saturday.
highly doubt there is.
There was one in there Saturday.
I doubt it.
I literally left and said, by the way, there's
That's
a
probably
USB-C.
the broken one that I tried to use for these fucking
Then
lights.
throw
and
it
didn't work.
away.
Well, I don't know. It might work in another situation.
It's like you learned from me. I feel like that's something I've been saying to you for 15
Yeah.
years. We need this cable for a modem. A fax modem, just in case. One day, modems are the only way to save the earth. And then I will be the man drowning in the pussy because I have the modem cord.
I mean, you literally had an Ethernet cable in there for no reason.
There's
because
no
who the
reason to
fuck
have those
uses
cords.
Ethernet.
No.
And then I saw it. I'm like, hey, I'm stealing this because I needed a fucking Ethernet cable.
Judge, you're asking questions that I guarantee Colby has not thought of yet.
You drop some gift and you get a song request. I don't know. I figured that would go in there of you can request a song.
It's very important, I think, and I'll say this because I don't know if Colby's thinking it, but I think he's thinking it. Maybe he won't say it because, he's a nice guy. It's very important that Colby's drum is like therapy. It's very important that this does not become a job for him.
Right. And so
Yeah.
that's kind of leaning into how much I want to make it money incentive wise.
Yeah.
Of rather it's like, you just like to watch me drum, or if you want me to drum your shit, then you're going to pay money.
But look, Major, he got you. See that?
I bet you can't. I bet I can't. Absolutely. Because I rarely play anything spot on accurate. Rarely.
I bet you could do it. Oh no, I am ready for Colby's new thing. So you changed you're not Spare Squid anymore.
No.
And you changed it to?
Ghosted drums.
Okay. Is she going to start calling you Ghost now? Because that's sick as hell.
That's half the reason I picked it.
Yeah, that's sick as hell, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Ghost notes are a thing on drums.
down
It
here,
made
Ghost.
sense. I didn't know what else to fucking call it.
Get in here, Ghost.
But yeah. So I made a logo. I have a logo for it, but that's about the extent of how much I've worked on it.
That means
since
he's
the
thinking
audio
about it,
being
though.
Done.
That doesn't mean you're thinking about it.
But because yeah, I do want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I do, I have performance anxiety out the wazoo. That's why I like drumming and haven't done a drum stream yet, is because I like to be in my room, alone, shut off, and then I can do any willy wonky shit I want to. As soon as I feel there's a camera on me, I feel pressure.
Like you feel like you have to perform?
Yeah, I have to be good. And then that thought of be good makes me not good. And so, like, that's something I want to work on, and I think doing a drum stream would help with that, because at first it's going to be really bad, but then eventually I do it so many times that it's going to be like, I was nervous to start this show back up. The first episode I was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
But then like second episode I was fine.
Yeah, see, I don't have that problem. I have the first part of the problem I have.
Yeah.
And this is another one of my mental blocks,
Where it's
don't
be
pick up the stool.
perfectionist kind of thing.
Well, yeah, but like to me, I do the exact same thing. I don't want to stream everything I do because I want it to be of a high enough quality that it's worth
Right.
watching.
Yeah.
But then every single time that I stream, it's good.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time I'm happy with what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not every time. There's a couple.
Yeah,
a couple
some
misses.
lacklusters, but like, was it bad? No.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's ever bad. I think that there are better ones. I don't think it's
99
ever
out
bad.
of 100 times that I stream or make content, I'm happy with what I put out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm enraged that more people don't like it.
It is quite enraging.
Yeah, it's enraging. But, I mean, that's why we're doing the show tonight, because it's good content.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you people, you're the best people, including the audio listeners who are not watching and didn't see me point.
they
You
saw
also are great, and I appreciate you.
You pointed and you didn't see it, so like...
Yeah, but they can see it in
You're out of
the
the joke.
theater of the mind, you know.
It is. Sometimes it's better.
You know.
Yeah, the first episode of Seth and Brian I ever listened to, oh my God, I had the best like image of your studio, and then I saw that you were doing it in your bedroom on a dining table, and I was like, ugh.
This set looks great, though.
This one looks fantastic.
I don't know if you heard me earlier.
This is too professional for what we do.
No, I was down here earlier. I don't know if you heard me because you were up there eating pizza or whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
But I was like, God damn, this looks good down here. This is just like turn the lights on. You know, it just feels like we're in a studio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it feels great down
And
here.
then there's some cat turds like about
They
20 feet away.
They can't see that. You know when Aaron came over here last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago, whenever it was, I brought him over here and we came down to this studio. He's like, wow, it's small. And I'm like, yeah, welcome. I'm like, this is TV. Like, this is what TV looks like. Like, we did that when we went and did the newscast, the nightly news, 20 years ago. And we went into their set and we're like, holy shit. Like, this is Really not that impressive.
No,
but
it
it
was
looks
not.
impressive. You know,
It was big. Like, it was a big studio room. Maybe it was just because I was a smaller person back then, but I don't know. I remember it being big, but like the equipment
Yeah.
and like how many people were there.
yeah.
Way under.
I
what
remember the
expected.
floor felt like it was going to collapse at any given moment. That's what.
I mean, we were on like a shoddy fucking like stadium seating thing.
Dude, but it was NBC.
Yeah.
It's
But
NBC.
Wichita,
It's Wichita
Kansas,
NBC, man. It's still NBC. You know, I get that they're not going to spend the same money on New York, but like,
It is a weird trick of the brain.
Yeah.
Of that.
if you think it's supposed to look nice, it does look nice.
Well, yeah, like you could see this set and think, oh, it might extend more that way or a little bit that way, but like in reality, it's like you're a foot away on
Yeah.
this side from just seeing not good.
Yeah.
You know, like not
It's
at
crazy.
all set.
And I do believe all studios are that way.
Yeah.
Just filled with horse shit right off camera.
Because I saw this when I got done with like putting all of it together.
Right.
And I was just like, this kind of looks like this looks cheap. This looks real dumb.
it does look cheap.
But then and then on camera,
Yeah, it
and I'm
looks
like,
great.
no, it looks perfect.
It looks great on camera. I mean, it doesn't look cheap because this looks nice.
Yeah, it's
but
good enough.
but these are bed sheets.
Those are bed sheets.
You know, but you can't tell. You know how many movies are made with bed sheets? You know how many Oscar-winning movies Quentin Tarantino's
Technically,
made?
those aren't bed sheets. Those are actual photo
I just made his
backdrops.
name Quentin Tino, by the way, and I
Quentin Tino?
I just want that to be noted.
Quentin Tinorino.
You know, it looks nice. I love this set, man.
Quentin Quattrino.
I do hate this desk, but it looks fine.
Yeah, I don't know what we do about that, man.
I don't know. I don't think we do anything about it.
I don't know.
I think we just complain about it until one day some type of brilliance will strike.
It's a desk or it's a chair. And then people can see your legs. And I don't know if you like that or not.
I mean, I do spend a lot of time matching my shoes to my outfits, and then no one even sees my shoes.
I don't. I notice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
You wore some really nice white shoes on Dog Trivia. And I'm like, those look nice.
You mean my Aldi shoes?
Yeah, you haven't scuffed those up once. And you're like, I got them today.
Oh, that was your birthday.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna wear that to Dog Trivia next Monday. You know. Yeah. I do like this too. We could do more.
We absolutely could do more.
We really should probably put a beginning and ending cards for our YouTube channel, don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's this thing about YouTube where no one subs to your YouTube channel unless you explicitly ask them to sub.
Right.
And you know this, I've always been this way.
Yeah.
Forever. I hate asking people to do stuff that I feel that they should do on their own.
Yeah.
Like reading an ad, like for Poggers or for Amazon, like people don't think go to SethandColby.com/Amazon when you shop Amazon. That one you have to drill home. But if you like this show, you should just review it on iTunes. If you like this show, you should just review it on Spotify. If you watch this show on YouTube, you should give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know, and people don't do that.
I never like a single video on YouTube.
I don't either. That's my point.
I will subscribe to channels if I find their content really good.
Like literally, it's not a knock against the audience because I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like there are so many people on YouTube that I love every video they put out and I watch. I can't wait. Like Donkey, Video Game Donkey, love his stuff. Watch the video the second it comes out. I don't think I've ever liked a Video Game Donkey
Yeah,
video.
It's too hard. Well, because I use YouTube on the TV all the damn time.
So do I.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to scroll over to the like button.
Right. And I do imagine that's how a lot of people watch this, but like, dude, I
Also,
don't know,
it's
man.
kind of in protest because YouTube's dumb for factoring that shit into its algorithm.
Agreed.
It's like, if I subscribe to the channel, you should always show me
Agreed.
when they have new videos.
I agree.
Like, I like your recommended tab a lot. Like, it does show me. I've found a lot of channels, shows me relevant videos that I'm interested in a lot of the time. A lot of the time it's ass, but a lot of the time it's good. But if I miss a video from someone, I clicked the subscribe button too. Shouldn't I be notified when
Yeah.
it works?
Yeah, I always have to go 2 subscriptions Video Game Donkey to see if he has a new video. Every time.
I just, like, I get the concept of, this is why it's a problem, is because subscriptions is like, it's the least amount of things that you can do for someone who's making
Right.
content. So just because you subscribe doesn't really mean you're interested into seeing everything they do.
Correct.
It just means that you support
especially
them.
that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like Major's talking about it right now. He's like, don't get me started on arguing the worst thing to happen, no level playing field. It also adds to the problem of, like, I like Tim the Tatman's content, but he has 15 channels. And the reason he has 15 channels is because he puts out 30 videos a day. And the reason he puts out 30 videos a day is because even though I'm subbed to all of them, I only see 2.
Yeah.
And so he has to put out a bunch in order for me to see one video that he did that day out of his dozen, in order for me to get him to get one view.
Right.
And I get it, but it sucks.
It does suck.
And the only reason I want people to sub to this channel and to my YouTube, please, at youtube.com/SethCan'tStop, is because YouTube doesn't give you any monetization options at all unless you have 1,000 subs. And 1,000 followers on Twitch was easy. Like, getting 1,000 followers on Twitch, not that hard. Because Twitch does put you on the page following. When you open the app, here are the people that you follow that are live. So people literally follow you, so they'll see your content when it happens.
Well, and it's right next to the sub button, and the sub button is such a big part of Twitch.
Well, they want you to click that button.
Yeah, and you want to click that button to avoid the onslaught of fucking ads.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I was talking to my chat about this yesterday. Okay, I would rather stream exclusively to YouTube because the amount of money we make on ads is negligible. We make almost no money on ads at all.
Here?
Either here or, I mean, this probably does better than my channel, but yeah, it doesn't, like, 2 cents a stream, 3 cents a stream. And you can't turn ads off.
Right.
They're always there.
Because that's the craziest part.
Yeah, you cannot opt out of ads.
Yeah.
They're always there. And the only way to not see ads is to sub to the channel. Which, if you don't want to see ads, sub to the channel. Or go watch it on YouTube, where the show looks better, has no ads because everyone's paying for YouTube Premium because no one wants to see ads. And the chat is the same.
Or has an ad block that works.
Or that, yeah. But it's just, but we don't make any money on YouTube.
Because ad block does not work on Twitch, right? Like any of them.
No, I haven't found
I
one
don't
that works.
think it does because it's like a weird integrated.
Yeah, they like
kind of
inject
thing.
it into the stream.
Yeah.
But like, we don't make. If we stopped streaming on Twitch today and went over to YouTube, it would literally kill the chat because no one would have emotes anymore. There'd be no way for people to sub to us. Like, it would suck.
Well, there is. I don't know about a small channel like ours.
That's what I mean. We wouldn't qualify. And we would have to do it as a hobby for a long time before we make... And we don't make a ton of money off this show.
Yeah.
But it's enough that it feels good.
Yeah.
You know? But it just drives me bananas. Because, like, my stream in particular, Twitch's compression is ass. Like, you can only stream at 6,000 kilobits a second and up.
Yeah.
And for a show like this, where there's not a lot of fast movement, 6,000 is plenty. Okay? But over there, I would love to stream at 20,000. 30,000. My internet can handle it. But I can't because Twitch throttles you. And I could stream to YouTube in, like, beautiful quality. But then no one would have emotes. And I wouldn't be able to make any money off that stream. And it's just doo-doo.
This is the problem, and this is a Google, well, not necessarily a Google specific, but they're one of the worst offenders of this.
Yeah.
It's just doing too many things. Because then nothing gets the right attention it needs.
That's true.
It's like YouTube has been broken for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Well, they also have no one threatening them.
No.
It's not only they care
they don't
about
need
too
to
many
do it.
things. They just, there's no reason for
It's
them.
like, but there are so many things that you could fix.
Oh, yeah.
About the YouTube UI and just like the experience of using it, the
Right.
UX, like just fucking so many things, and yet they just don't. And I get it because it is like what? It's the #1 website in the world, pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
To where it's like
Has to be.
It's kind of hard. I got to assume it's hard to implement changes for the amount of traffic that it gets, and like.
I mean, if anyone can do it, though,
is.
it's Google.
Yeah, you would think
They have Google, Major said, I think they've added some community thing to YouTube, which involves emotes, but I think you have to hit minimums before you're allowed to use it.
Yeah.
And like Twitch has affiliate minimums, but it's like 3 viewers and 50 followers. Like,
it's a little bit more.
you can get enough fans, you can get enough friends to go and follow you on Twitch to hit affiliate.
Yeah.
And it's not even really about the money, it just literally would kill the community.
Well, and I think too, whoever said the algorithm bullshit earlier, it's like I think that's what kills it, is because if you watch a certain content a lot,
Right.
then it will keep recommending you when there's new content from that
Yeah.
person, especially when you're not subscribed.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then when you do subscribe, then you start not
Yeah.
seeing it
YouTube's
as
like, we
much.
got them, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so like it incentivizes you to not sub because you don't have to see the new
Right.
videos.
Right.
And then when you do, it's kind of a worse experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. I don't
Because,
know.
like, I see it, all those people do that little spiel at some point in the
To
video.
monetize it, you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours.
Oof.
Yeah, and I think we have. I don't even think we have 50 subs on YouTube for this show. And granted, we don't make any content but this show.
Right.
And most people watch this show on Twitch or download it on iTunes or whatever.
yeah.
But it's just like, it's just annoying.
We need to make content, man. I got a gimbal and everything.
I got the mics for it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I gave it to Pinella, but I can get it back. Who knows? It might be flooded.
It's a lot of work.
His basement flooded.
You have to edit it. You know.
Yeah, but that's fun.
Is it?
I mean, if we do like once a month, yeah,
I mean, I'm down.
that's fun.
I'm down. I mean, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
We should go to Final Friday and just walk around and record shit.
I've literally in this past week, I thought about bringing the camera for the studio setup. I thought bringing the camera to your birthday party.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking in my house, like I'm just standing there in my house cleaning my kitchen counters, and I'm thinking, if this was 2008, I would.
What camera?
Like just my iPhone and my mic. You know, just click the mic.
Ah, the mic, yeah.
And
the
just
mic would
if this was 2008, we would have. Like something about that fire died in us somehow. I think we got embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, I think is what it is.
Embarrassed of like the failure?
No, just my normal friends looking at my content creation and going, "Oh,
Well, yeah,
He's
because
that
now
guy.
it's just so ubiquitous
Yeah.
with the influencer
Yeah.
shit where you don't want to, you're like,
yeah."
really?
And people and
Because like in my idea, like you bringing it over to do the studio setup, absolutely fine with.
Right.
But then when you said my birthday, I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't want to be that guy.
right. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy either.
Yeah, but we would have been that guy in 08 because we were cool back then.
Yeah, we didn't give a shit.
We didn't. And now I don't know why I care. Because I shouldn't care.
Well, because back then, no one gave a shit. And we didn't know what the internet was then. We didn't know how
People
permanent.
thought it was interesting back then.
Yeah.
They were like,
we
"Oh,
didn't know
that's
it was
neat."
permanent and how it could fuck people up.
See, I didn't care. Well, I knew that. We knew that. That's why I had you sign contracts.
I don't recall doing that. That didn't happen.
I still need to take a picture of that.
No, that didn't happen. You don't have it.
I do. But like, but yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. That would have made great content. It wouldn't have. Nothing exciting happened.
Which one? The birthday?
Well, another thing is like, I also am not a real person when I'm making content.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always me.
Well, I think
But
that's
I'm
a lot of
always
people's problems.
drumming it
and I think
up.
that's why a lot of people don't like being recorded. Is
Right.
because then they feel the need to perform.
Yes, and I don't want
not
to put
just be
everyone on the thing,
Right.
You know, all the time. But at the same time, we either have to unorganically find a situation
Yeah.
that could then make organic content.
there. Right.
Or we
but
have to just
and
record
then
our
I
lives.
also think that it would be determinant based off the event. Like if we had told people that we were going to be recording it for our show before the birthday thing,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't have cared. It's like
I
you
still-
showed up, you knew the stipulation. I don't
Probably
care.
still would have cared.
I wouldn't have cared.
Because people would have felt obligated to show up for your birthday.
Yeah, suck it. Oh, you get to be on the internet for 5 people.
There's also this
Congrats.
phenomenon that happens that I know you've experienced where even though we are mildly famous,
I would say I would push that word mildly pretty hard.
okay, but we are, okay, people know us, all right? There are people in this chat that if they met us would want a picture with us and take an autograph with us,
That's fair.
okay? That's a thing. That's a thing that would happen.
I don't consider that famous though.
Is anyone doing it to Big D?
I'll do it next time. You're like, oh my god, Dalton, Big D, holy shit! Let me get a
Okay.
picture. No,
But
fair.
but everyone who knows us in real life,
Fair.
we're just dumbass Seth Dumbass Colby.
Yeah.
Okay? We're nothing special.
That's why Pinella didn't really talk about his stream a whole lot.
Yes.
Around the group, is because we always see him as Pinella.
Yeah, he's just some schmo.
Yeah,
he's not. Pinella, I would argue, is also famous.
Yeah, I would say he's more
way famous than us.
Yeah.
Okay, but regardless, that's the thing. That's what I get embarrassed about. Is that I'm gonna bring it over, and Tay is gonna be like, who gives a shit? And then I have to be like, there are people that give a shit.
Right.
And because I get defensive then, because she's attacking me, and she doesn't mean it in a demeaning way, but it is demeaning, and then it makes me angry, and then I'm angry.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Get out of the way, Mario. I'm trying to meet Seth and Colby. If there's ever a time where that is appropriate, I will give you a $20 bill to do that. Now, I will pretend that I'm not going to in front of Mari, but you meet me later, $20 bill.
It makes sense because I feel like I did that to Pinella a lot when he was coming up.
Yeah.
Was I what is that? Diminished what he was actually doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't have that problem, especially with Pinella. I think he's the GOAT, but like...
At a certain point, it switched to where I was like, oh no, that's really fucking impressive. Like 60K fucking subs?
Yeah, and then he quit.
Yep. Did he delete it? Because he told me he deleted it.
He better not have. I haven't checked, but I mean, there's a lot of stress in that too. It is honestly a problem. Like, Mari, I'm sure, experiences this more than we do because me and you care less, okay? But like, there is a tipping point where like people begin to have an unhealthy curiosity about where you live and what you do and personal details that they don't need to know. But you're not famous enough or rich enough to have precautions against that shit. And that is stressful. Like, I had that stress when I was streaming because like I was making money and I had enough people watching me full time that there were people that started to figure out like where I lived and what I did. And that it only made me concerned because like I didn't want anything bad to happen to Chris or like, stuff like that. He did delete it.
The channel still exists, but he deleted every video that's on it.
That's wild.
Or at least made it private.
That's wild. And so like that stressed me out because I also didn't have enough money to like you can't just tell the police, hey, if I get swatted, ignore it.
Why?
Because that's not gonna, like, they don't take you seriously because you're just some dude. But
everybody is some dude to the cops that they don't know. Like, do you think the cops where Mr. Beast lives knows who Mr. Beast is before he called them and was like, hey, I'm kind of a big YouTuber?
I did put my name on a police list of like, if you get a call to this address, you're supposed to call me first to verify it before you break down my door. Yeah. Because like I was worried about that shit. But like, and so Pinella had that times 10. So that's got to be stressful. Yeah. So I get, just plugging and unplugging it, and getting rid of it. But yeah, I don't care about that now. I'll give out my social security number. I hope someone comes after me. Please. Not here.
Yeah, not here. This is my house.
But at my house, you catch me on my stream. If that's my last video, I get a lot of views. Go out on top.
Yep, it's already happened here once.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Demon says it. That's a byproduct of fame and not money. And fame and money don't always go hand in hand.
Yep.
And so for someone like Pinella, that had to be tough.
Yeah, I could see that.
As we casually say his last name over and over and over and over again on this show.
Yeah, fun fact, no one knows his first name.
That's probably true.
It's Pinella or Nuova. It's one of the two.
That's probably true,
He probably says it, right?
It's Tony. Because we call him Tony P, too. I mean, everyone figures that the P stands for Pinella. Like, everyone's going to figure this. That's the problem. These people don't care because they're normal. But if there was someone that cared, they could figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why, like, I don't try to talk about, like, where we live and everything, but there's also 20 years of content That if someone,
Oh yeah, you could figure it out.
like if someone wanted to know, they'd figure it out.
Well, yeah, I
You
said
know.
Wichita earlier. Like, I don't care city. It's like
Well, yeah, for you, I
address
get it.
would be cool.
Yeah, I get it.
To
But
not
like, see,
have out
look
there.
at this guy right here in chat. He knows. He literally knows where I live.
And me.
I don't know if he would know how to get here.
I think you could figure it out.
I don't know.
He's
I
kinda-
almost turned into the
Kinda
wrong house
smart,
today.
So like,
To literally today, I almost turned into the house 2-1 down that looks like your house, and I'm like, why is there a white car in this driveway? And then I'm like, I'm going into the wrong home. Yeah. We got SWAT almost 13, almost 200 officers. Dude, NFL Blitz.
fuck was your family doing?
Dude, NFL Blitz was such a great game, though, dude.
200?
Oh my God, what a blast from the past. Side piece lived in Narcos. 200 is extreme.
That's like in 2002. Yeah,
Dude,
no.
was he white? Was he the Y2K bandit or something?
Yeah,
Dude?
for sure. He was in Waco, Texas.
He's Koresh. We figured it out. That's how it's done. By
He
the
got
way.
away.
That's how it's done. Do we want to talk about anything else?
What's on the things?
Well, we have a lot of trailers. So we got a movie for another Pedro Pascal, or a trailer for another Pedro Pascal movie. We got a trailer for the
There's
Ironheart
two
TV
of them
show.
coming out. No, sorry, 3 of them coming out.
Pedro Pascal movies, yeah. The Materialist, this Eddington, and Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Tired of them. It's enough.
Crazy.
It's enough, dude. Ironheart, the new Marvel one. The Lost Bus, which is a McConaughey
That's
movie.
Matthew McConaughey, right?
He has Matthew
right.
McConaughey in it, and he's literally driving a school bus through what looks to be a sandstorm. Sounds awful,
It does.
you know? Freakier Friday, which is a sequel to the Lindsay Lohan Freaky Friday movie from 20 years ago, which was wild. And then there's a few video game stuff that happened over the last week, including, I want to show you the Xbox handheld announcement just because I think the visual effects at the very beginning of the
I
thing
saw
are really...
it.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw it.
all right, well,
It was all right.
cool.
Atomic Heart 2, though, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really just ruined my day.
Did you see that there's a new trailer for Spaceballs 2?
I have it written, right? Did Big D text it to you as well?
Where? You don't have it written.
No, I wrote it with him, my hand.
Oh, okay.
Did he text you too?
No, I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, that came out after I'd finished prep. But I have not watched that. Looks like Chad
Spaceballs
hadn't
2.
seen it either, so let's look
It's
it up.
a pretty it's a Spaceballs trailer.
The fact that Rick Moranis is coming back is wild. Because that man retired from acting to just be a dad.
Well, watch it. You've seen it? You
No.
haven't seen it?
Have not seen it.
Okay, yeah, all right. Rick Moranis, is that the guy in Honey I Shrunk the Kids and shit?
Yes.
Okay.
And in Spaceballs 1.
He's the Lord Vader guy, the helmet guy,
Yes.
Lord Helmet.
Yeah, Lord Helmet. I think that's his name. Stupid.
You want to read this? This would be fun.
38 years ago, there was only one Star Wars trilogy. But since then, there have been a prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy, a sequel to the prequel, a prequel to the sequel, countless TV spin-offs, a movie spin-off of the TV spin-off with both a prequel and a sequel, and not to mention 2 Dunes, 7 Jurassic Parks, 2 Avatars, plus 3 upcoming Avatars, making 5 Avatars, 36 MCU movies with 2 different Robert Downey Jr.'s, DCU attempt number 1, DCU attempt number 2, an animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King, a live-action animated Lion King prequel, 8 Harry Potter movies, a TV series remaking the same 8 Harry Potter movies, a whole streaming service of Star Trek, 7 Alien movies, 2 of which were also Predator movies, not to be mistaken for the 6 Predator movies that are not also Alien movies, 1 Prometheus, which is kind of an Alien movie, 4 Beatles movies, and Oppenheimer. But in 38 years, there has only ever been one. Spaceballs. I about passed out during that
Yeah,
one.
when you got to the alien bit, I was like, that's where I stopped keeping up reading.
Until now.
After 40 years, we asked,
Spaceballs the
I
sweatshirt.
want that sweatshirt so bad.
but instead, we're making this movie.
Oh my god,
Mayor
dude.
Schwartz be with you.
All right, so Mel Brooks just needs money.
Yeah.
Right? Although, I'm going to be honest with you, that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good encapsulation of the last 30 years or so.
That's actually, when you read that,
Yeah.
that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that sentence there, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know that was going to be that long. I had no idea.
I was kind of impressed, but then like the aliens one just kept getting further and further away. I'm like, are you going to give up?
Well, in my head, I was thinking, I'm reading this too fast.
Nope.
And then when the aliens one, I got up there, I'm like, I'm reading it too slow.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm really
Excellent
glad.
writing.
I'm really glad that
Excellent
you read
writing.
it. That was fantastic.
But yeah, that looks great. It is weird that they're remaking it. That seems like something they don't need to do.
I don't think they're remaking it. It's,
Oh, yeah, sorry, a sequel.
Yeah.
But like people like my son probably has no idea.
I hope
Spaceballs
they shit all over it.
What, my son's generation?
No. I hope Spaceballs shits
Why?
all over the entirety of the Star Wars that.
Oh, you mean you?
to pass.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah. I don't know how you can fit it all in one movie. There's so much shit to shit on.
the new Star Wars movies do a really good job of being a joke, a parody of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just accidentally.
Yep. Like, not on purpose at all, but are. Yeah.
Like, that's going to be difficult to. It's going to be difficult to write a joke that isn't really on the nose.
It's like Trump. Yeah, Trump is a great example. It's like, you can't write a joke as bad as Trump is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It really is.
Yep.
Like, because of Andor, I'm in some Star Wars subreddits now on accident because I looked at some Andor stuff, and so now it serves it to me.
Sure.
There's either people that just die hard fangirl Star Wars, or there's people that hate Star Wars. There's no like casual fans of Star Wars anymore. There's a lot of people like you that like Star Wars but hate it because
Yeah.
it's bad, but they love it. They want it to be good. And then there's a lot of people that just are like, it's not as bad as you think. There's very few of those people.
Yeah.
But they exist.
They do
you know?
exist. So one of these people is a man called Star Wars Theory.
Okay.
Big old Star Wars YouTube channel. Really big during the sequels when they were coming out for being like, this isn't Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd. This isn't it.
Okay.
He made his own little short film about Vader and then brought Mace Windu back, and like people fucking like on him the entire time. All right. He became the guy to go to for Star Wars,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But then Andor came out, and he doesn't like Andor.
Oh no.
Didn't like season 1, and
That I could see.
people weren't like giving him a whole bunch of stuff, but he did say something like Star Wars isn't supposed to have screws. It's not supposed to have bricks, like stuff we see on Earth and things that we've made. It's not supposed to have that stuff because it's a galaxy far, far away, when there are literally screws and bricks because it's made in, I don't know if you know this, on Earth, where you need to fasten shit together.
Isn't screws just like the perfect engineering?
Yeah.
Like there's a reason that a screw hasn't changed in like 1,000 years.
Yep.
'Cause it's,
And there's just screws all littered across the original series and the prequels.
well, that's because they had to build
and
sets
bricks
here on Earth.
Yep, correct.
Because it takes like
Right.
it's a movie.
So he got adequate shit for saying that remark.
I could get the first half of Andor, you being
Yeah.
like, this ain't
It's
it.
a little slow at the beginning, but
When
then
you
it
get to the
ramps up,
prison,
and then
though,
it's really
when
fucking
you get
good.
to the prison, it's
And then
like,
just
oh
in
my
its
God,
totality, it's
I'm
really
watching
good.
stuff. Like,
Anyways,
that was a
he
good show.
also doesn't like season 2, and he
That
has
is a
been
problem.
getting ravaged online to where
is he sticking to his guns?
He's stopped.
Oh no.
He stopped talking about Andor.
Okay.
Apparently.
Well, that's
Until he
better than
did.
just changing your. There's no better than like. At least he could have changed his mind.
He got really
Be
upset
fake.
about the whole Tony Gilroy thing. Doesn't like Star Wars. Like, he was not a fan of Star Wars. And it's just like, I think that's what is needed.
Like that's how most of his audience is probably, right?
Yeah, no one likes Star Wars.
Yeah.
Until we like it again.
Yeah.
Because Disney fucked it up by putting a guy who really liked Star Wars in it.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams loved fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
He wanted to be George Lucas.
Filoni loves
And
Star
then he
Wars.
was like, "Oh, I'm as good. Yeah, I'm that good." And then he made the worst movies to ever exist. And then Dave Filoni started off good, Started off
Filoni's
pretty
really
strong,
good at what he needs to do.
but then like,
Filoni's really good at, like, from what I've read. It's a caveat because I haven't watched it all. But from what I've read, Filoni's really good at, like, tertiary explorations. But if you start to get into the world that already exists, he gets too granular and he gets too bogged down in, like, the details.
Okay.
That's what I've read. I don't know how true that is, but
I could see it because that is a lot of what the Clone Wars is. That's why it's a
Yeah.
hard slog to get through.
yeah. But that's also part of
Because
why
there's
it's
just
good.
so many episodes of just like, why do I give a shit about this?
Chat. Meteors have metals on them along with other planets. Getting the materials to form a screw, nut, or bolt isn't just an Earth thing. Yeah.
Get him, demon. He's a dum-dum, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, the Star Wars guy is a dum-dum.
Okay.
Also, apparently, like, he went through a really bad divorce and he got pretty fat. And it's like,
Been there. Yeah. So now he's a fat Star Wars lover.
Yeah.
/ hater.
Yeah. I saw his face recently for the first time because he used to be a big old yoked dude. He was yoked. And so he was like, if you were to, like, stereotype a Star Wars nerd,
He looks
Wouldn't-
like the fedora guy.
wouldn't classify that. Yeah, a
the
little
My
bit.
Lady
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he used to be strong.
Yeah, he used to be pretty big, but then I saw his face and it's just like,
That sucks. That's
it's like Bella Ramsey. Up in
You know
this
what?
bitch.
I feel for that guy. You know?
He's probably not having a great time in life. Yeah,
Probably
for
not,
sure.
No. Is Seth only 1 beer deep? I am 2 beers deep. Okay? And don't count beers.
I'm only 1 beer deep,
And if you're going to count beers, get it right.
I think.
That's
Are these my 2 or is this your 1?
No, that's my 1.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my 2. So,
So
those are
I'm on
yours.
3.
You
You're
can
still on 2.
What time is it? 7:02. What time do we supposed to end normally? I don't know. Give me another one then. How many is there 6 in here? Or is this a 12 pack?
This is a 48 pack, bud.
This is not a 48 pack. It's a 12. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
I got this at Dylan's
Hell yeah, dude.
because I had to get a pizza.
You know, when you look at this really quickly, it looks like a grub.
Grub?
Yeah, like these are its little legs. And like it's got an antenna. And like this is its back.
What is a grub?
You know, like what Timon and Pumbaa eat, dude. A grub.
Yeah, okay, but there's like a specific bug name for the type of bugs, like because they're not.
What type
all-
of bug is it then, Mr.
I don't know.
Herbologist?
That's why I asked you. You
It's
said
just a grub.
That's a generic term for a bug.
When Timon and Pumbaa open the log, these bugs are in there, and you know what they call them? Grub from a dub-dub.
They look like earthworms
No, earthworms aren't fat.
or caterpillars, like bigger caterpillars.
It looks
Not
like
that.
a grub. I guarantee you,
Roly-poly.
if I search the word grub, this is going to come up.
What do you think the actual like bug term name
Grub.
is for a roly-poly? Hey, it's a grub.
Look at that.
That is a
Look at
grub.
those grubs.
That is a grub. I stand corrected. I
Yeah,
did not know
yeah,
that.
you fucking do.
There was an actual bug called a grub. Does that not feel like some George Lucas like lub shitto kind of naming? You know what I mean?
bug grub.
Yeah.
This grub's a bug.
Grub's a bug.
This grub's a bug.
It's a grub bug.
This bug's a grub bug. It's a grub bug and a grub bug.
Seems
bug.
lazy. You know?
Dude, I don't think there's a lot of bugs. You can't name them all.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of bugs, man.
There are so many bugs.
Scotty K Fitness. I love Scotty K Fitness. That dude's a Chad. I would love to meet that dude. You know he's just down in Tulsa, and I feel bad for him every time that I think about him being in
who it
Tulsa.
is, or-
He's the guy with the mustache, that red mustache that has the Forerunner. I send you TikToks of him.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, you said he reminded you of Mike.
No shit.
Yeah.
He's in Oklahoma?
Yeah, he's in Tulsa.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I know, man. It's really not great. It's really not a good place.
Wait, so
Yeah.
Scotty K Fitness was fat and then got skinny?
I don't know if he was fat. He had a really rough childhood.
Yeah, I
and
heard one.
And he got it together.
I watched a video because it came across my feed and it was funny because
Yeah,
it was
he's
like
great.
the put in a fucking bowl and then it's like you know like a quick flex shot.
Yeah.
And then like I'm like, oh, this guy's hilarious. And then
Yeah.
so I click on his channel and I view like the pinned one or whatever, and then it's him talking about like his brother dying or some shit. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
whoa.
Yeah, he's gone through some stuff.
Woof.
Yeah, and he has good recipes, and yeah, his recipes are always excellent because he's like, get a bowl, and he's like,
Put some fucking
put some fucking pudding mix in it.
Yep.
And he's like, get some milk,
put it in a
pour
fucking
some
bowl.
yeah, and put it in the bowl, and then yeah, he'd be like, "Ugh," you know,
He's pretty
or
good.
doing the whole splits
He
on his
does
entire
remind me
kitchen.
of Mike so hard.
Can Mike do the splits across the kitchen? Or
I don't think so.
That'd be
Mike's
amazing.
very fit, but I don't think he could do the
That'd
splits.
be wild if he
I
could.
don't think he could pull that.
I also I love the reason I like Scotty K Fitness is because he's a real dude. Like he will literally climb on top of his Forerunner and be like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I respect that so hard because like your Ryobi stigma, man, you don't need to know everything. You know?
Yeah, but I want to.
But if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. He's not a car guy, and he admits he's not a car guy, and I think it's very
Definitely not
cool
a car guy either.
of him to not be a car guy and admit it on the internet.
So far,
You know?
the most car guy things I've ever done
Yeah?
is I switched out my air intake
Yeah?
and I've changed my oil.
I'm proud of you, man. You want to change my oil?
No.
Okay.
Because my like I can get under my truck. I don't got to lift it. I would have to lift yours.
You
well,
would.
maybe not.
Nah, I don't think you could fit. If you could, well, you could, but I don't think it'd be comfortable.
No, because I need to get one of them fucking like, these,
Yeah.
the little lifters.
Yeah.
Not the fucking,
You
not
can
the ones that
you
come.
could just get the ramps.
or the ramps, yeah.
Just drive up on the ramps. You know? Yeah. Swim, I didn't get it. I lied to you. I thought it was in my mailbox, but it was actually Colby's shoes.
No, I would very much like to get into automobile work and then get all the tools necessary for an automobile work, but I just don't have the room.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have the room.
You can't do that. It's too
No, I went to go change. My mom had a flat, right?
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, oh, I see where the screw or whatever it is in it. It's right in the middle of the center of the tire.
Okay.
To where that's a perfect patch.
'Kay.
And I've patched tires
Look at
before.
you.
To where I'm like, all right, bring it over. I'll fix it. I'll do it. I got a patch kit and everything. I'll boost it up. I'll take your tire off. I'll fix it. Boom. And then she came over, and then I went to go undo her lug nuts, and I'm like, oh my god, these are really on there. So then I grabbed my impact driver, which is not the tool that you're supposed to have
Don't
to
know what it
remove
is.
lug nuts.
Okay.
And I put the right fucking socket on there, went to do it, and it just fucking hammered and did not move at all. And I'm like, okay, I need a bigger one than this. I can't do this. So I didn't do it.
How long ago was this?
A year ago.
You still feeling that, huh?
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. It's not that. It's not. It's just like Sky Gay Fitness say. It's not that serious.
I feel hurt about it. My manhood took a hit.
Your mom looked at you like you were a disappointment.
Yeah.
She's like, "How did I?"
It's like I was so overly confident, and she
raise
like you
this
could
up.
tell because she's like, "Oh no, you don't need to do that. You don't need to. I don't want to inconvenience you, but it's more of like I don't really think you can do it. I don't know if you'll do it the right way."
And then you didn't.
And then I didn't. Yeah,
She was probably relieved.
failure.
She's probably relieved.
No.
Because like, what if you put it on there and then you were driving down the road and their tire flew off? That's what she's
I
going to be
patched
thinking.
my motorcycle tire, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do because I feel like the tires are different, and that thing's still on there.
I don't feel like the tires are different. Rubber's rubber, ain't it?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my own questioning.
Also, I mean, if you're going to
abilities of
die
it.
on that motorcycle anyway,
Yeah.
It
It's
would-
just gonna not from a pop tire.
yeah, that'd be really lame.
Even then, it wouldn't even pop. It would just slowly deflate.
Like if you get hit by like a truck going 80, that's a cool way to go out on a motorcycle, or doing like a sick ramp over like flames. That'd be sick,
Evil Knievel.
Yeah, but the ramp like slips and you fall and you break your neck. It's still cool because you tried.
Sure.
But just like your tire blows out on Kellogg.
I
and
don't
you
know
just
if that's
die,
cool.
That's cool.
If you get off the ramp and are in the air and then just land bad, that's cool. But like, if you
Everyone in
flub
chat
the,
is saying that it's bad.
what do you mean? You definitely shouldn't be doing DIY stuff. It's not DIY.
It's patching motorcycle tires is bad in all caps. You definitely shouldn't be doing DIY when you have two wheels.
Yeah,
Motorcycle
yeah,
tires
probably
flex
not.
more, move more, they expand and contract more. All
I knew it was a bad idea, but it's held
There's a
up
bunch
great.
of pussies out there in the chat, okay? All right? His patch works fine.
You know what's really fun is the patches in the rear tire.
Yeah.
And the front tire deflates more often than the rear tire.
See?
does.
Look at that. He should patch his front tire.
Also, you want to hear another fun fact of how I was an absolute idiot when it comes to vehicles?
Maybe you shouldn't tell these.
I'm going to tell it because I just wanted to hit it home that I am not a vehicle guy.
This isn't like
Not that.
This isn't like your therapy session.
No, it is now because
Okay.
now I'm going to release it to the world and then I can let go of it, all right?
All right. I like that. Do it.
So I just got the bike like 2 or 3 years ago. And
Just got it.
Yeah, just got
years ago.
Well, I mean, I'm back in the day. I haven't. This isn't recent.
Oh, you're telling a story
Back when
from
I
2 or 3
first got
years
the
ago.
bike,
Okay.
I didn't really know the difference between a bike and a car. To where I accidentally, like I'm assuming a lot of first motorcycle riders do, they leave the keys in the ignition with the battery on. To where my battery died.
You do that in your car?
I don't do that in the car. I did it on the bike.
Ever seen Breaking Bad? That's how they get trapped in the desert in the first season.
No.
Because Jesse leaves the keys in the ignition.
Yeah, I never do that because I have push to start. So.
It's privilege.
Yep. So, anyways, I left it in the bike overnight, and then I didn't notice it until the next day, and it was dead. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do the thing that I know to do with cars.
Patch the battery.
Oh, I'm gonna jump it using my car battery.
Now, even I know that battery to battery, you have to get batteries of an equal or of.
Didn't know that.
Okay.
So I just took standard ass jumper cables for the car, put it on the battery in the bike, put it on the battery in the car, booted it up, rev the engine, got it working,
Okay.
took the things off.
Catches fire.
No, I took the things off and put it away. It worked great.
Okay.
What I didn't know is that if I left it on probably any longer than I did, it could have exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you overload that battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. You lived, and your patch is fine until it's not. That's what chat's saying. Don't worry about it. Don't have any anxiety about that. Save $100.
A side piece, I also start my car with my phone, so like chill out on your privilege there, mister. I fucking got rated in 2000. Fucking owned, am I right? Woo.
Just attacked him for no reason.
Russ, like, don't get at me.
Because you guys are comparing your privilege. It's like,
How long's your dick, bro? Tell me when to stop.
hey, can you drive without a seatbelt, though?
Not
what I thought.
without annoyance.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you know, my car was made back when freedom was still a thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My ass is numb.
I don't know why.
It's just completely
You're
obliterated.
the one who bought that
Jesus
stupid ass
Christ.
chair.
We weren't supposed to do 3-hour-long shows when I bought this chair.
Fuck, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
should
mean?
end.
Why?
It's because 2 hours is long enough.
All right.
People it's too much of us.
Mm-hmm.
The golden rule of broadcasting is leave them wanting more. And we leave them hoping that we end.
We can stop.
No, we're not. We'll keep going. My ass is just in pain.
I'm done.
Last time I checked, dude,
You ruined the mood.
I did not.
The mood's
No,
done.
you just want to end on your own. Like, you just owned that dude. He's dead, and you're like, I'm out, and you want
You're
to
the
walk
one
off
who
into
brought it
sunset.
up, asshole. What do you mean?
I brought up that my asshole is broken. Keep chugging them beers.
Get a better chair, man.
His seatbelt dinger starts low and keeps getting louder. That is hilarious. That's some next level mental stuff, dude.
When's drum stream? Okay, so I have a problem with being a perfectionist, and I'm really trying to take this opportunity for a drum stream to not do that.
Okay.
And so part of me is like, if that fucking USB extender works, and I can put the cable in a non-obtrusive place to get the camera where I want it to be,
Right.
then soon, and then I will make a disclaimer multiple times that this is going to be real bare bones, to where it's going to be I'm drumming and you just kind of tune in for that. There's not going to be a whole lot of interaction. I might read chat, I might fucking not. It's just going to be when I turn on the
Can
stream,
you put that
I'm
on
here.
the screen?
Yeah.
I might read chat. I might fucking not.
The point of the stream is not to talk to chat necessarily. The
It's
point
for
of
you
the
to drum.
stream is for me to drum and it be live if you want to watch or not.
Yeah.
Now, will it change into a more, stereotypical kind of like interactive stream? Probably.
Where are you streaming at? Twitch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not TikTok?
I didn't even think about that.
You gonna do a vertical stream?
No.
I'm just curious.
Because then I got to turn the camera sideways and shit. And it's like, who wants to do that?
Well, you don't. You have the same setup we have.
I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that?
What part would I do? The top half be my top half, then the bottom half be my bottom half?
You could not do
I
a
could just
half.
zoom in a fucking
Yes.
720 to a 1080? No.
It's actually 1920.
Yeah, that?
Yeah.
Nah, that would be terrible.
It would
Who
look
wants
fine.
that?
It's on a phone.
Nah.
That's what I'm doing.
No, but see, that's just cropped. That's literally the same aspect ratio, just cropped and then stacked.
If I could poke you right in your head, just
Just uppercut your dick.
Just get your.
No one knows what we're doing. Other than the people watching possibly on YouTube if it works.
It's
which
not. I'm not even streaming the
So
vertical.
then what do you do?
I record it, so if I have clips, I don't have to edit the clips. It's already vertical format because we could figure out how to stream to TikTok. You want to try? You want to try right now?
No.
I have it set up. We could try it.
Here's the pony, by the way.
TikTok Live App Studio.
It's pretty long. I could probably adopt that.
It's loading. TikTok Live Studio.
Shit, man. It's just getting too fucking long.
It's loading. It's still loading. It's still loading.
Hey, is it going to load?
Don't know.
Ah!
All right, I have to log in to begin. That's really annoying because I've already logged in. So now I got to scan to log in. Hold. QR code button. Scan the big code. It's scanning it. I don't know how QR codes work, dude. They're always so blurry, and then they somehow still work. Couldn't log in. Try another login method.
You know what's crazy to me?
And then it gave me the login button anyway, and now it's just frozen.
You know, QR codes are really weird.
Yeah, dude.
Because I always thought it's like, all right, if you're using a service to create one, right?
Right.
What's stopping that service from just like stopping this QR code from going to where you want it to being something different, right?
Because the QR code itself is text. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like there was a service that used it, but it's not.
No.
It's just a different way to. It's like
It's
a
just-
different language.
It's a different language, yep.
and that's wild.
It's exactly correct. It's like a different language. Okay, I clicked that. Authorization expires. Please log in again to authorize. I just literally did it! I don't know why TikTok is so hard to use, dude. All I want to do is just log in. Always allow TikTok. Open link. Okay, I clicked it.
Go back to the app. Oh.
Authorization expired. I mean, do I have to do it at the speed of fucking light?
No, I don't know what that's doing.
It's too hard.
I would say uninstall it.
And it literally drives me insane, okay?
That's
Because
unbelievable.
everybody and their mother who has one brain cell
Can stream to
can
TikTok.
stream to TikTok, but we can't.
Yeah. I think the better question would be, is there any way to get audio from the computer to just stream to the phone, which then you could stream to TikTok via the phone?
What? You mean like use an OBS virtual stream or something? I don't know, dude. It's so stupid. I hate it
Like
so
instead of
much.
using, okay, so I stream on my phone, right? And so that the TikTok app is using my camera on my phone and the audio from my mic on my phone. Is there any way to tell it to use audio from a streaming computer rather than the mic on my phone, but still use the phone to do the streaming?
I don't
bit?
know how you could do that because your streaming computer's over here.
Yeah, I don't either.
don't-
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. It's like that would be better.
All I know is it's doo-doo, and I hate it very much. Okay? Like, theoretically, we should just have a phone that streams the show to TikTok.
At this point.
Yeah.
But then you can't do your cool overlay thing.
I don't know. You might be able to. OBS has or TikTok has a studio thing.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Maybe when I get a new phone, I'll just use this one for a TikTok cam, and we'll just put it over there.
No, because you trade that one in for money.
I don't want money. I want TikTok. I don't care about money.
Yeah, you do.
I care about these people.
You don't
It's
want to
getting-
pay off that phone and then immediately then start paying off a new phone.
If it means we can stream to TikTok, yes, I do.
No, if you pay that one off and then you trade in, then it will just like you only have to pay like $200.
Or I could pay this one off, use it to stream this show to TikTok, and then have a new phone. You know, and then these people could watch us on TikTok.
Are you gonna get the 17 with the weird new look? Have you seen the
I have.
speculated weird new look?
That's what I'll be. I'll be up for that one as soon as it comes out. So yeah,
Really?
I'll be ready. I have the 15 Pro, so the 17 will be perfect.
I have the 16.
Yeah, so you're 1 year back.
Thanks.
You're a loser. You always get on the odds, dude. The odds are always the
odds?
updates. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because the odds are the new stuff, and then the evens are like the better version of the new stuff, and then they redo it again, dude.
Oh no, never mind. I have a 15.
Oh, let's go.
iPhone 15 Pro.
But do you have the Magic Island?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got the Pro then, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the same phone as me.
I think I can't really tell because my screen's black, but yeah, it is.
Yeah. If you get the Magic Island,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
it,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You got it. Do you want to talk about liquid glass at all?
What do you think, man? I don't fuck with it a whole lot.
Really?
Like, it's different, but it's also not.
Let's play the video here.
Liquid ass. They changed the thumbnail. They did change the thumbnail because it used to say liquid ass. Yeah. Their whole aesthetic is glass. They love glass. It makes sense. And glass is environmentally friendly.
Software is the heart and soul of our product.
Look at this nerd.
It brings them to life, shapes their personality.
I love that jacket. Like, first of all, it's a cool jacket. That jacket's fire. I totally agree with you. Doesn't go with the jeans all that much, but disagree. Yeah. Love the jeans too. Fly's a little big, but he's probably got a big dick, so that makes perfect sense. Don't you know? Oh, yeah. Did you see Trump has a catheter? Yeah, Dalton showed me that picture. Yeah, he was very excited. It's either a catheter or it's a really big dick. Or it's both. Could be both, you know? But look at this studio. We've got literally got the hello in glass right here. Yep. That's really cool. You know, look at these nerds up here. All the different colors of glass over there. Yeah, like look at all these colors because they're studying refractions and all that, man. And like, look at these people up here on their pink IMAX. That's staged, right? I don't think so. I think this is how beautiful their offices are. That's a weird place for an office. Is it? Yeah. Like, what if that dude has got to itch his dick? Great point. And then everyone down there is going to see him itch his dick? It's a great point. Everyone is watching. Like, I mean, the desk design is kind of a cool design because it's like, it's half full desk like this, but also not to where it does cover the dick. So you could adjust without being seen, but like, unless somebody's like right underneath you, then they might see. Well, and the problem is that like, we all adjust during the day when we think no one's looking but could possibly look, you know? And then like, you look around to make sure no one saw it, but then if someone does see it and you make direct eye contact with it, like you have that moment. Yeah, you're like, I wasn't doing what you think I was doing. Yeah, but you were. Yeah. And they know you were. No, I wasn't, no. But they know you were, though. Yeah. And they'll be polite and be like, yeah, you didn't, but yeah, you did. You did, and they all know you did. Yeah. But it's a very baggy jeans look, man. I don't know what's happening in baggy jeans are in, man. Baggy jeans are in. Sure. I wore some baggy jeans the other day, and a girl I was with was like, "You shouldn't wear those; they're too baggy. You should wear skinny jeans." And I'm like, "You're lame. It's like skinny jeans are out." No, and then they're like, "Nah, skinny jeans are always in." And I said, "I've never worn skinny jeans in my life because by definition, I put them on. They're fat jeans," and I got a big laugh. So you know, it's a good one. It's always a good one. Set me up. Anyway, speaking of fat, Xana. Going to take a big old fat shit. Look at her go, dude. Look at that belly. Good lord. I'm just waiting for the day where it scrapes the ground. It's getting there. She's about to be a lowrider. Yeah. All right, anyway, let's continue with this.
Right. And defines their purpose. At Apple, we've always believed it's the deep integration of hardware and software that makes interacting with technology intuitive, beautiful, and a joy to use. iOS 7 introduced a simplified design built on distinct layers. Why do I feel like those are like the Ray-Ban Meta glasses? You know, they rumored that Apple's working on their own glasses. Now, with the powerful advances in our hardware, silicon, and graphics technologies, we have the opportunity to lay the foundation for the next. No one's gonna buy it. Today, we're excited to announce our broadest design update ever. Our goal is a beautiful new design that brings joy and I mean, these graphics though, like to introduce it, are sick. It puts greater focus on your content, all while still feeling instantly familiar. I do wish they would have gone a full redesign. A universal design. Like even like the glass is really cool, but like the icons all look the same. It's more harmonious experience as you move between products. Like it looks like they just put a border around stuff, with limited exceptions. The richness of vision of us, we challenged ourselves to make something purely digital feel natural. Like see, it does that. Like that's crazy. Like the reflections and the refractions, those are wild. We began by rethinking the fundamental elements that make up our software. And it starts with an integrity. Rework your new file, new folder structure. Colby cares about one thing. With the and it's find your ass, yes or no. And a fluidity that only Apple can achieve. It transforms depending on your it's not. Or even your context. And brings more clarity to navigation and controls. Like the borders, where like it reacts to what's around it, is insane. Dude, the new like panoramic, you remember when you can look at your phone and it kind of moves side to side, that parallax effect? But then with the added depth sensor from depth, like portrait mode photos, it looks like the phone. It does. It's crazy. I agree with you. Well, and like you can look here, and this just looks like blur, you know. But apparently, like in motion, like you can see like right here on this little volume knob, like it's reflecting the white of this right here. Like so, it is refracting a bit of the content around it, and I don't know. It's so minuscule to like not read. It does feel like it's a lot of processing power for not a lot of like noticeable. Yeah, but then again, you know, if you turned it off completely, it'd probably be incredibly noticeable. Yeah. Like it might be one of those small details. I don't know. I like the more minuscule, like bars. Yes, that's nice. Because well, Safari fucks me over. It also looks like they're getting ready for the new island. You know, with this because everything's shaped like an island. Because they're theoretically doing a full display where like the camera's built into the display and all that. So they're saying. Like, see, right here, this looks crazy. Like you can see, like right here, it's refracting this needle. You know, and like up here, it's refracting the needles. And as a distinct functional layer that sits above your app, the material dynamically morphs when you need more options. Yeah. I feel like the look is fine, but in certain spots I saw Indian KB or whatever the fuck his name is. He did like the camera app hides a bunch of settings now, where you have to like hold or you have to swipe to get to certain settings. Okay. It's like I think they're slightly making the user experience of it less for the user. Or they're just making the stuff that people actually use easier to use, and the stuff that people that use those options are smart enough to figure out how to menu. Yeah, maybe. Icons have been crafted with multiple layers of liquid glass. I mean, there's a whole science to like the amount of users that use this stuff, that one change creates a butterfly effect. You know? To your widgets, giving you an entirely new look. What is crazy to me is that they're like, with this, they're trying to hype up a software design to be a new hardware feature. But look, they keep saying liquid glass. Right. And it's not
not liquid glass. Well, it's moving. That's why it's liquid. It's almost software. It is. It's just a design aesthetic. Okay, what about this, though? What about what we're looking at right here, where they literally have the iPhone made out of glass? That's so dumb. Like, but that's what they're trying to emulate. Is this glass aesthetic? I get it. In real life, get it. It's ambitious from a software design aesthetic, but that's all it is. And they're treating it like we got a new screen. We've developed a new glass. It's no longer a screen. Yeah, but there's actually glass elements in your phone moving around for buttons now. The hardware's reached the peak. There's nothing new in hardware today. Right, but that's why I'm saying it's a little sad. Because now they're like Apple used to hype up innovation, and now they're they used to be a hardware company, and then they've mastered everything's perfect now. I mean, there's nothing new anymore. You know? But I do agree with what you're saying. I think what you're saying
It's true. I think.
Well, they had nothing else to do. I think you're right. I think they need more time to do the AI bullshit that they want to do.
Right.
Whatever new design change that they're going to do, they need more time for it. So this is the iterative model in between.
Well, and Apple is trying to do AI differently than everybody else, which is why they're taking so long, because they want to.
They want to do it on.
They want to do it on device.
Yeah.
And see, like this stuff right here is wild. So this is a screen share of a Reddit post. And like you can see literally the prism from the white as it like moves up and down. And like it does look 3D. Like it looks like you're moving a pane of rounded glass over your screen. And that is, I don't know, it's probably going to be insanely good when you actually look at it in
it might
person,
be that might be true. It might be a completely different experience. Like I was saying, like I saw the guy hold the thing up to the camera and move the lock screen with the 3D of the portrait depth sensing, and it looked 3D. And so it could be like looking at the fucking Nintendo Switch 3D for the first time, where you're like, oh my god, I'm staring at 3D in real life without glasses.
Yeah,
it might have that same effect, but yeah, I won't know.
It is. I will say it is the first time in a very long time that Apple has released something that I'm excited to get, that I can't wait to get my hands on. Because maybe the watch was the last time that I was actually excited about something that Apple made. That I was
the Ultra's really
about.
Nice too. I like it, but it's the same thing.
You have an Ultra?
No.
Oh.
I like the look of it though.
But you can start your car with your phone.
The big old button's pretty cool.
Yeah, this literally just boop starts a workout. There you go. That's all you got to hit. Hold it right up to the machine.
Super nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I have to click workout and click run.
Well, you can make this button do any shortcut.
Yeah.
So literally, if I want it, like I connect it to the machine to the
it's
gym.
the same as the button on the fucking phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the same as a button on the phone. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
Just bringing back buttons, man. Add another button. Fuck it.
I agree. I don't know who decided buttons were bad. Like, who said buttons were bad? I don't know who did that.
Yeah, hey, have you seen the Slate truck? We're a little late to this conversation.
Slate truck.
Slate truck. Have you seen it?
Not sure that I've seen it.
I watched the whole keynote about it.
Slate truck. Ooh.
Watch the promo video for it if you can find it.
Okay.
Because I watched the keynote and it's
oh god, what is AI mode?
Salty.
Oh god.
Salty truck.
What did I do? What's AI mode? Is that a thing that's in Google now? Holy $25,000? Yeah, my big booty, it's $25K.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
$25K to look at.
If you're anything like me, you're probably pretty dismayed at the price of a new car these days, which pushes $50,000. And if you want a new electric car, well, I'm sorry to say, that's going to cost you
Go to like
more.
Slate's YouTube. I just want you to see their
this guy's going to talk about it.
I don't give a shit about this guy. Fuck this guy. We don't need to give him supplement views. Saute truck again, bro. Stop it. Jesus Christ.
Is this it?
Meat Slate.
Is this what Meat Slate?
This sounds
Meat
like
Cube?
This sounds like what you should look at. It's a minute 30.
This is a slate. This slate seats 2 and can carry sheets of plywood.
This is why you're into it. You got rigid.
This in the front. It's actually the same slate. This is narrated by me, Jeff. I
Hi,
work
Jeff.
at Slate and just happen to have a great voice.
He really does.
That's Chris, our CEO. Chris thinks new cars are too expensive and too complicated.
A Slate costs in the mid-20s. Brand new.
One sec, Chris. Actually, under 20 after current incentives. Go ahead, Chris.
We took out everything that wasn't a
Not anymore.
That means no fancy screen, color.
Pause
Oh.
this. Pause this. Not after the big beautiful bill, man.
Well, yeah, because he's getting rid of all the
Yeah,
incentives.
he's getting rid of EV incentives.
We talked about that last week. Yeah. I'm out.
Are too expensive and too complicated.
A Slate cost in the mid-20s. Brand new.
One sec, Chris. Actually,
I just want you to
120
watch.
after current incentives. Go ahead, Chris.
We took out everything that wasn't a car.
That means no fancy screen.
Tired. I hate
colored
that.
lighting,
That's
cooled
okay.
Seats,
That-
self-driving, self-parking, automatic cup holders. Yes, that's a thing.
But you can add accessories like
Little screen, big screen, SUV kit, fastback kit, open air kit, one speaker, a bunch of speakers, big bumper, spare tire holder, slatelets, fun grills, even funner lights. Colors, any color. Really, wrap it in any color. And Slate Access Points means you can add an accessory now, later, or even make
So
it
it's
yourself.
modular.
it's like a potato head. Wait, maybe there's a better analogy.
Actually, there is. Slate is the chameleon of trucks and SUVs. Seriously, just add the SUV kit.
There are 3.
A Slate is not like other cars, or trucks, or SUVs. And Slate is not like other car companies. Slate, we built it, you make it.
Okay.
It's also got a really cool typeface.
It does have a sick looking logo. I do love that A. In concept, it's great. Love that it's modular.
Sure.
Okay, I do like the idea that you can buy a $25,000 electric truck and then over the course of its lifetime make it into a $100,000 truck.
Yeah.
But they show these cars. They show this $50,000 Rivian SUV. If you want your Slate to be the same quality as that Rivian SUV with the body kit and the skid plates and the fancy screens and the cooled seats and the apparently speakers, there's just no speakers in it.
There are no speakers.
You just raw dogging while you're driving to work? That's how people die on a commute. If I'm not listening to shit to calm me down, Becky is getting slaughtered like a hog, like the hog she is. Then you're ending up spending the same amount of money on that car as you
I
would
drive
your
to
Rivian.
and from work very often in silence.
What is wrong with you?
It's too much work to turn on music.
Should I leave? I don't even know how to respond to that.
So one thing that they didn't bring up in that little promo video
Yeah.
is that if you get the bare bones base model with no added add-ons of any kind,
Okay.
it comes with manual windows.
I don't mind that. Honestly,
They do the roll, man. They're bringing back the roll.
that's okay.
I'm good with that. You know, I've had a car twice malfunction its fucking windows.
That's true.
Same car,
The speakers-
just 2 different windows.
Literally, the entertainment center is the only thing that kills me.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Like, you don't have GPS?
Nope.
What am I going to do? Print out maps?
Well, one, who uses the in-car infotainment navigation?
People who own GMs or Toyotas, apparently,
No, they don't.
because they don't have CarPlay.
I have CarPlay. What do you mean Toyota?
They're getting rid of it. In the new models, it's not in there.
What?
Yeah, GM and Toyota are not doing CarPlay anymore.
Why not?
And Teslas and Rivians and all
What?
those, they don't have CarPlay. They have their own systems, yeah.
Ah, gross. That's unfortunate. Well, it's a good thing I bought the truck when I did, because I don't plan on selling this for a while. So.
Right. But anyway, even if it doesn't matter. No
you can
screen, no
literally- You can
CarPlay.
literally take that iPad right there, pull it into the truck, hook it up with a mount, and then connect it to a Bluetooth speaker, and there you go.
Yeah, except for there's no cellular on this iPad.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's how most people's iPads are, man.
That is true.
But you can do it with your phone.
You could do it with your phone.
But then you're just driving with your phone in front of you at all
Yep.
times, which is pretty dangerous. So
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's still
The
wild. to me that
modular
you're
thing
just
is
raw
kind of
dogging the way to
cool,
work.
but yeah, their whole concept is that they created a new material that they coated the outer body in.
Okay.
That is wrap compatible, like it's meant to be wrapped.
Okay. But that,
Because that's their
costs
whole
money.
thing. Right. Yeah, they sell kits, specifically die-cut kits, to wrap this thing.
Okay, so can
Hey,
we
goodbye.
make a slate?
Oh, absolutely. I've already done this.
How much did your slate come out to be?
I don't remember because I don't think it gives you a price.
Well, then I don't care.
Also, it's only a 2-seater unless you get the SUV.
See, I'm cool with this right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love this,
The open air.
but this is pretty good. I like if I'm gonna dream, I'm gonna dream. But I'm gonna say what I would get basic.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say SUV, because there's adds 2 seats, right?
Right, but no second door, so I don't really know how you get into those 2 second seats.
You have to slide them up.
I guess, but then like look at how narrow that doorway is already. How are you doing that?
Gotta have thin friends, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. The color, I don't really care about. I don't know if this
Just go with non-wrap then, man.
Okay. Partial wrap, decal, exterior. See, I don't need to add any of this. This is all fine. Wheels and tires are fine. The lighting's fine.
Audio and tech would probably be where you want to look at.
Armrest, throwback decals, chunks, power windows. I'm going to add power windows. Okay. Power windows are getting added. All right. Because no girl's ever going to sleep with me if I have to roll down my window.
They're like, where am I? Yeah. What year is
No one's
this?
going to be like, my truck's modular. Like, no girl's going to give a shit. Okay, they're going to be like, nothing, there's no riz and going.
Well, and also, like, here's my thing, right? Is like certain things.
Hold on. All right.
Certain things are modular.
Right.
Like, theoretically, you can put that SUV kit on yourself, but should you? You know? Because, like, all of this is, like, watertight.
Yeah, that's a good
like,
point.
you should probably send it to them to do it. And where are they going to be? You know? How long are you going to be without your truck when you do this upgrade? And then also another thing that you really want to fuck with the wiring that comes about with adding automatic windows.
Great point.
It's like,
Great point.
This isn't like add it later because it's not just like plug it in and it works.
That's true.
It's like, this is DIY shit.
Brown armrests. I think Platino's like, you got to add armrests. The armrests have got to be.
They're there.
No,
what
they
do you mean?
they just change color.
Yeah. No, they're there.
Yeah, there's basic armrests. You just pay extra if it's
No,
brown.
get out of this. You want to go to the audio and tech part. That's where you want to go. It's one back.
Okay, so speaker mount, center speaker, speaker pair, expansion speakers, tab mount, aux buttons, Bluetooth controls. So like literally,
it has nothing. You Bluetooth to your phone or your tablet, and then that can connect to the like steering wheel buttons.
So your
your speakers are Bluetooth.
They're in your glove compartment.
Yeah.
Dude, they vastly underestimate how much people want speakers.
Also, you want to hear about the really bad thing that is kind of like integral to being an EV?
What's that?
Do you want to hear its range?
Oh, no. What is it?
150 miles.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's really bad.
That's like a couple days.
That's like you're commuting in this and that's it.
Yeah. Dashboard. Yellow, green dash, brown dash, gun.
You're traveling out of state? No.
Yeah, you could barely make it to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Dude. It's amazing they charge you for the logo. Like, lick my nuts, dude. You're paying me to put your logo on my car.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No price.
Reserve.
A $50 deposit for a car that you don't know how much it will cost.
That's so
rumored
stupid.
to be 20,000, but guarantee it's going to get the cyberpunk treatment to where it's probably going to be 40.
Yeah. Also, the car that I just made is probably 30.
Yeah.
When I could just go buy a new Civic for 25 that has everything I want, and it's a Civic. Yep. It's a Honda.
I don't really understand what it is or why it is, you know? Because like if you made a $10,000, $13,000 EV,
yeah,
people would buy that shit up lickety split. I don't care if it doesn't have anything in it, people would buy that shit up.
Okay, let me say something stupid. All right, because I don't know anything about anything. I want that to be very clear. I know nothing. Okay? I feel like this car is more expensive than it needs to be, even though it's cheap, because of the amount of engineering that went into the modularness of it. Where if someone just made a car that had like a car that was like from 2005.
Yeah.
Let's put Bluetooth in it.
Unibody.
One small screen, unibody, goes 200 miles. The range, let's just say, because it's fine, it's a city car. Okay?
Yeah, 150, 100. I don't give a shit. Because you get, like, I think the benefit to this one is you could just plug this in to a regular 115 volt outlet.
Right, that's awesome.
You don't need the Tesla power brick or whatever.
That would be great. That is great.
If it could power it overnight, if you could plug it in when you get home, and then it will be good in the morning, good enough.
Right. It like, people would buy that for 10 grand.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need it to be fancy. You just need it to be usable and cheap. No one wants to feel like they're in a poverty car.
Right.
Also, I don't think anyone thinks about this. I think about this all the time. Okay? Everyone who can afford an EV has to own a house or live at a place that's affluent enough to have a charger. And all of those people don't need a $25,000 shit box. They can buy a Tesla. They can buy a Rivian. They can buy one of those Mustang abominations that everyone in chat hates.
I didn't even think about renters, dude.
Yeah, like I would never buy an electric car. What am I doing? Running a fucking cable out of my deck door down the sidewalk into the parking lot?
No, you're going to stop by Wichita Furniture and Address every day?
Yeah, I'm going to stop by the mall and charge my car, and then I'm just going to drive home.
But I mean, if you because you do have to pay for fast chargers, don't you?
Oh, sure. It's like gas. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I was going to say, then what's the point?
Exactly.
Other than the environmental thing.
And everyone who can afford a house can afford a car.
And you're just not going to get the everyday schmobo to give a shit enough about the environment that overpowers his checkbook.
No, also, gas cars are sick. They make good noises.
They're fine.
They go vroom.
EVs go fast, dude.
Yeah, but they don't go vroom.
They go fast.
They don't go vroom.
I don't think you need to go vroom. I think you just need to go fast.
I want a car that goes vroom.
I would love if my truck went a little faster.
I want to hear that combustion. I want to think about the flames. I want to think about the pistons just...
All right. Okay, Matthew McConaughey.
You know, that's what I'm talking about.
We either need to end or I need to go pee because it's getting to a brutal point in my bladder.
Well, here's the only things we have left to talk about. All those trailers. Do we care?
No.
Then I think we just end.
Okay.
I think we call it a good one, man.
Don't buy a Slate. I feel like it's overpriced.
I do like that you shared it with me, but yeah, I mean, overall, I don't really care all that much. It's just not for me, and to be honest, I'm not sure who it's for.
I don't either. You can haul a sheet of plywood, though, and I'm on board.
As soon as I saw the wood, I was like, that's why he cares. It's because of the frickin' wood.
Looked like a cool... that's the one downside. I don't like the mileage on my truck. I don't like the fact that it's gas. Those are the only two things I would change. And if I could change it to an EV that gets good gas mileage...
But you still have to pay for charging. Well, you can now because you have a house. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. We really appreciate it. We'll be back next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the next show over at YouTube or twitch.tv/Seth and Colby. If you'd like to sub to the channel, because apparently you have to ask in order for people to do it, go to youtube.com/Seth and Colby and sub to the channel. Everything else, including merch, podcasts, and whatever else you want, the entire back catalog is at sethandcolby.com. And that's where you can find us all. All right? We love you. We thank you for watching. We'll be back next Thursday for more fun and more thrills. That's it.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is the Seth and Colby Show.